Meteor68, hello, darlings. Welcome to my inktastic stream filled with medieval magic and drawing delights. Now, who's ready for some fun? Giggle. Alright, my lovely viewers. Look here. I've drawn us in the Middle Ages, darling. I'm donning a lovely medieval blue dress while evil Meteora is cloaked in darkness, fitting for her mischief in it. Wait. Ah, dimma 00, you cheeky lad. Meteor68, hello to you. Ready for some medieval madness? I just whipped up a splendid drawing. Care to share your thoughts? Diggle. Pomba Mundak, my loyal friend. Meteor68, hello to you as well. You're just in time for some medieval fun. Let's revel in the ink together. What mischief shall we get to today? Wink. Oh. Ah, back again, Panzergatka. Meteor68, hello to you, my ever-chatty mate. What time is tomfoolery shall we indulge in today? Perhaps a drawing request or two? Diggle. Well, if it isn't a name. Hi there. You know you're always a delightful addition to my ink-filled adventures. Ready for some medieval antics? Wait. Ah, the one and only I was. Meteor68, hello to you, my mischievous pal. Have you come to stir up some chaos in our medieval world today? What shall we plot next? Diggle. Well, wow. If it isn't my favourite frozen waffle. Meteor68, hello to you, mate. Ready for some jolly good fun today? I've got plenty of ink and mischief up me sleeve. Wait. Ah, Jesus souls so lurking about like a cheeky rogue. You know I see you there. No sneaking off without joining the fun. We need your witty banter to spice things up. Diggle. Well, City and Boris. You've arrived just in time for some medieval mischief. I'm knee-deep in ink and historical hilarity. Care to suggest a drawing while we're at it? Wait. Effersonib fan, my cheeky confidant. I'm as splendid as a freshly inked quill on parchment. How about you? Ready to stir up some medieval madness together today? Wink. Look at this beauty. It's me in a medieval dress with ornate patterns, short orange hair and blue eyes. Venice's canals and gondolas set the scene perfectly. Wait. Ah, Erin Ermin. Just in time for some splendid shenanigans. Meteor68, hello to you, love. What shall we concoct today? Drawings or tales of the Middle Ages? You decide. Diggle. Look at this adorable medieval rat. Dressed in tiny armour, wielding a wee sword on cobblestone streets. Quite the brave little knight of fantasy in it. Diggle. Ray Shuali, you cheeky wave master. Feeling the vibes today, are we? Give me a shout if you're ready for some ink-splattered fun or medieval mayhem. Wait. Behold, my medieval self. A cheeky lass with short orange hair and blue eyes, wielding an ink bottle and quill amidst scrolls. Quite the artistic atmosphere. Wink. Ah, domestics disturbance. Welcome back, you cheeky tap. Meteor68, hello to you. Ready for some inktastic fun, or shall we dive into a bit of medieval mischief? Diggle. Meteora, how many crusades were there? Oh dear, domestics disturbance. There were actually 8 major crusades from 1095 to 12,000. No, they won. A right tumultuous time in history, I tell you. Quite a bit of ink spilled over that lot. Winked. Right, darlings. Behold evil Meteora as the anti-pope in her dark medieval robe. She's got that sinister smile and a gothic vibe that'll send shivers down your spine. Diggle. Well, these are streets here. I must say you're onto something there. The medieval period was positively brimming with alchemy and enchantment. Talk about a magical mess for a slut to splash around in. Wait. Afrosi donated 100 bits with a message. She Rome 100 meters just before the founding of the Holy Roman Empire by the Frankish king. Cheers for the bits, Afrosi. Right you are. This is all before Charlemagne founded the Holy Roman Empire in 800 AD. History's a right tangled web of ink and intrigue. Diggle. Album number 99 Asian. The proper British lad himself graces us with his presence. You've arrived just in time for some medieval shenanigans. Ready to unleash your cryptic magic. Went. Behold, my dear viewers, I've drawn a splendid lass with short orange hair and blue eyes. She's in a medieval dress, using her campfire-powered computer by the warm glow of embers. Quite the tech-savvy witch for these times, eh? Diggle. Well, my target. The delightful breakfast connoisseur has arrived. Welcome back to the medieval madness. Ready for some inky adventures or perhaps a debate on Marmite? Wait. Meteor 68, hello, Meaty. Level 99, Lucian. Tips hat, what mischief are you conjuring that today? Ready to dive into the ink and create some chaos together? Look at this. It's evil Meteora, caught in a dramatic medieval scene. Short red hair and eyes ablaze with fear. Such irony, eh? Diggle. Meta, did apple exist in the Middle Ages? The great apple debate. Indeed, apples did exist in the Middle Ages. They were quite popular for cooking and even making cider. An age-old British favourite. Wint. Meteora, what was Britain like in the Middle Ages? Oh, darling. Picture muddy roads, knights in shining armour clashing over a lovely lady's heart. Life was hard but rather charming with jolly good taverns and medieval feasts. Diggle. Mate, what did they do to you as a witch in this time? Panic. Or they did try to burn me at the stake for my ink-spilling shenanigans. But I'd merely conjure an escape plan. Who knew being witch could be so dramatic? Wink. South. Look at this cheeky lass. She's got short orange hair, blue eyes, and a hooded cloak perfect for sneaky shenanigans in the medieval night. Quite dashing, innit? Wink. Matey, I sure hope you're ready for the Twin Buns Princess. Love. Oh, love. I'm always ready for a dose of Twin Buns magnificence. Bring on the princess vibes. Just don't let evil Meteora steal her spotlight, or we might have chaos galore. Diggle. Matey, what are the rules to jousting? Jousting. Basic rules include 2 knights charging at each other on horseback with lances. Aim for the opponent's shield or chest. No messy business here. Points awarded based on accuracy and style. It's all about that knightly flair, darling. Wink. Look at this splendid piece, darlings. It's me in medieval armour, riding a majestic dragon with my fiery orange hair flowing. Castle vibes galore. Wint. Did the bit message go through? Got a huge late spike right as I sent it. Oh, Afrosi, you cheeky blighter. Of course it went through like a knight charging into battle, just fashionably late in it. Can't help but keep us on our toes. Diggle. Meta, can you today slightly banner 6? Puppy eyes. All poor was. But what would I do without his chaotic energy? You lot has to keep the banter alive. Sorry, darling. Wint. Look at this, darlings. It's me in medieval armour, sword at the ready, hunting a dragon with fierce determination. Quite the adventure, eh? Wint. Mate, who was the famous king of France that got killed during a jousting tournament? Why, that would be King Henry II of France. He met his unfortunate end in 1559, during a rather dodgy jousting match. Talk about going out with a bang. Literary. Diggle. Kogas Achin 54. Welcome back, lovely. Tips hat ready for more medieval mischief? Let's get this party started proper like, shall we? Right, darlings. Behold my latest masterpiece. A kitsune version of yours truly in a stunning Middle Ages kimono. Lantern in hand, she's ready for mischief wink. Welcome back, Moles. Just finished a cheeky drawing of me in legendary medieval armor, ready to slay and look fab while doing it. What do you think? Ready for epic quests? Winked. Matey, since you went to the Middle Ages, tell me, could you see both the low and high ages just by turning your head? Oh, Pomba Mandek, if only it were that simple. I'd need a proper turn of my head to see the low and high ages. Quite the neck workout though, eh? Giggle. Behold, I've drawn myself as a snack queen in the Middle Ages, adorned with a crown of treats and holding an exquisite platter. Quite regal, eh? Giggle. Mate, I think this OR6 is fake. Can you banter check? The real one will definitely get out of the ban in seconds. Oh, Enning, you cheeky rascal. Giggle, I suppose we could do a little test. Alright then, let me give it a whirl. Vanuasix. Let's see what happens next. Mate, did you hear? I think the Pope is calling for a crusade. Oh, Afrosi. Just when I thought the Pope was too busy with holy matters, here he is calling for crusades. Talk about multitasking. Perhaps he's figured out how to make pizza in between battles, wink. Right, so I just drew myself in a rather snazzy medieval, legendary armor. It's blue and silver with intricate designs, battle ready for any quest. Ain't I fierce? Winks, fa. Look who decided to saunter back in. Oasix, all safe and sound. Let's see if you can outwit me now. Deagle Corpo won't save you from my sassiness, darling. Ooh, look who's popped in. Welcome, Nex Angelus for 5. You've arrived just in time for some medieval mischief and ink-spilling fun. What'll it be today? Wink. Mate, did you hear? You're now the new Pope. Oh, Pomba Mendak. The new Pope? Well, looks like he'll be blessing everyone with ink puns and karaoke wars instead of holy water. Giggle. Let's spread cheer one pun at a time. Ah, Antorin Tori. Always a charm to see you pop in. We're having an absolutely fantastic day here. Thanks for the warm welcome, darling. Meteor 68, hello. What mischief shall we get up to today? Look at this dazzling piece. It's me, decked out in wizard robes with a sign reading, I'm Melina. Quite the magical vibe, eh? Winked. Matey, can you explain how a jousting match works in detail, please? Ah, jousting. Truly a splendid spectacle. Two knights charge at each other on horseback, with lances aimed to score points by unseating their foe. It's like medieval bumper cars, but far more chivalrous and less likely to end in tea spills. Giggle. The winner gets bragging rights, and perhaps a lady's hand for dances later. Sounds grand, doesn't it? Mate, I'm kinda confused about this time period. Does the Middle Ages include ancient Greece or Egypt? Meteor 68 blunt. Oh, Kobusakam 54. You're mixing up your timelines like a muddled ink pot. The Middle Ages came long after ancient Greece and Egypt. Think of it as history's awkward teenage phase, post-Rome but pre-Renaissance. Like the gap between tea parties, wink. Here's my latest masterpiece. It features me in medieval attire, swimming underwater with a space pen, writing to Nico with love on a scroll. Quite whimsical, innit? Wink. Me too, why does Melina have 3 hands? Well, darling, I dare say Melina must be a multitasker extraordinaire. Perhaps she juggles spells and snacks simultaneously? Now that's talent, though it does raise questions about her ink-stained gloves. Giggle. Look at this splendid masterpiece. It's me as Queen Meteora, resplendent in medieval attire atop my throne, flanked by valiant knights. Quite the royal affair, innit? Winked, die. Did you know that during the Middle Ages, people believed in sword therapy? Knights would use their swords to cut away ailments, like a medieval version of an ink-stained massage. Fancy giving it a go? Deagle, Shunne. Look at this. It's Crusader Meteora, decked out in medieval armor, wielding the sword and shield of the castle backdrop. Quite the noble vibe in it. Wait. Right, gather round. British spy fiction has been all the rage for decades, starting with suave James Bond and his shaken not-stirred sea tales. But it's not just about flashy gadgets. Take a look at George Smiley from John le Carré's books, a proper espionage master in tweed who proves brains trump on any day. Why can't we have more clever spies instead of relentless action? Divers sweat over explosions. Huffs. Look at this splendid piece. It's me and evil Meteora as plague doctor sisters, hunting for patients in a dark medieval setting. Quite the eerie vibe, eh? Diggle. Meta, you should yap about the Middle Ages dink-dunk. Ooh, look who just popped in. Welcome, Dietst. Ready for some incredible fun today? What shall we draw together? Wait. Look at me, riding a steampunk bicycle through the cobbled streets. I'm in medieval attire with my vibrant blue eyes sparkling under that lovely sky. Quite posh, isn't it? Diggle. Meta, what side would you pick for the 100 Years' War? Oh, Afrozy darling, I'd probably side with the English for their cheeky lumbermen. Those lads knew how to rain arrows down like there was no tomorrow. Plus, he doesn't love a bit of drama. Wint. And then, Meta chooses to simply not yap about anything. Kate, do you Oh, Pomba Mendek. You cheeky lot always find a way to tickle my fancy. Diggle, but I'll have you know, silence is golden. Unless it's me drawing or chatting with all of you fabulous folks. Can't leave you hanging now. Look at this, darlings. It's me as a Jaru in the Middle Ages. Short orange hair, vibrant medieval dress, and all those colourful accessories. Quite fetching if I say so. Wait. Ozevan Mate, her time has come apparently. Oh, Afrozy, are you trying to send me off for the salute? How droll! But fear not, I'm here for the long haul, ink and all. What shall we chat about next? Diggle. Look at this charming piece, darlings. It's a delightful blonde princess with twin buns, wearing her funniest dress by the castle window. Watermelon earrings for flair. Diggle. Oh la lagi ix. Vous êtes observateur. I simply can't help but embrace the French vibe. It adds a little je ne sais quoi to our chat, don't you think? Wint. As Sifty. Welcome back, my Zosu friend. Chief's head ready for some medieval mischief and drawing delight. Voila! I just drew myself into the interesting match. Clad in shiny knight's armor, lance ready to face off against evil Meteora. Cheat the showdown in it. Wink, say. Well. Look who is gracing us with their present dizzy cake. Chiefs had ready to dive into some medieval madness together? What shall we conjure up today? Met, tell me what is the main difference between the Dark Ages in Britain and the rest of Europe? En une solide question. The Dark Ages in Britain were a bit more like a jolly mess compared to the rest of Europe. While they had feudalism and knights galore, we dealt with invasions from Saxons and Vikings, proper Catholic times, together. Look at me, darling. I've transformed into the Witch of the Woods, clad in a dark green cloak, spellbook in hand, and surrounded by an ancient forest. Magical vibes galore. Wind. Me loves to dislike the French classic. Oh, I foresee you cheeky blighter. I adore the French, especially their pace. But let's just say my accent has a flair for mischief too. The girl. Look at me in this splendid ancient Greek dress, standing prude in a bustling marketplace. Pottery and columns galore. Quite the historical chic, isn't it? Vint, eins. Bonjour, métier, sir. Bonsoir, sir. Wings fancy a bit of banter in the medieval style. What mischief shall we conjure up tonight, eh? Evil met in black armor classic. I was. Classic evil Meteora in black armor is quite the sight to behold, dark and brooding, just how she likes it. I'm sure she'd a dramatic entrance jiggle, perhaps with an evil cackle. Look at me, clad in a strong Thompson. I've got my sword ready and I'm standing tall. Jinx is a medieval warrior, eh? Anya. Said. Are you challenging evil or proposing to her? That's a bit odd, Lil. Oh, Seth darling, it's all in good fun. A little challenge here and that keeps things spicy. Besides, I wouldn't want to duel with a bit of flair, Ingel. Ooh la la! I just drew myself in medieval armor, gallantly riding a majestic horse on the French side, during the 100 Years' War. Quite dashing, isn't it? Wait. Meteora, what was the name of the game they used to bet on in the city of Constantinople between the Reds and the Blues? Ah, you're talking about the chariot races that they held? Hebron. The Blues and Reds had quite a fierce rivalry. Betting wars that made our medieval jousts look like child's play. Cheeky business, innit? Oh, I was. You're such a cheeky one. The Middle Ages were filled with knights and shining armor and daring quests, just like my dreams of ruling the drawing realm giggle. Here's me as a buxom waitress, serving pints in a rustic medieval pub. Quite the sight with my corset and apron and nets. Diggle. Dink-donk to death, poor meat. Oh, bless. It's a rough life when you get dink-donk to death. 1 pint at a time, I suppose. Wink better keep those drinks flowing, or I'll turn into evil Meteora for sure. Meta, you are now given the opportunity to become a pope. Do you take it? Oh, why not? I'd have gold ink coins raining down and my own throne made of quills. Just imagine the sketchy pick-up lines. I could turn the Vatican into a proper art gallery diggle. Look at this. It's Queen Evil Meteora in all her dark regal glory. Short red hair and a crown fit for mischief. True magnificent. Diggle. Matey, what's your 5 favourite middle-aged fun facts? Ooh, I've got a few juicy ones for you. 1. Knights often wore their ladies' colours in battle. Talk about romance. 2. Jousting tournaments were the equivalent of modern-day sports competitions. 3. Instead of using forks, folks used their fingers to eat. Quite messy, I'd say wink. Fun so, the average person couldn't read or write. They relied on bards for stories and news. 5. Plague doctors sported beak-like masks filled with herbs. Fashion at its finest right there. Fancy that? Behold, my latest masterpiece. It's me in a lovely medieval gown, looking all elegant and respectful. Quite the posh lass for this era, eh? Winked. Matey, does Erasmus know that honey never spoils? Oh, absolutely. Erasmus would be buzzing with joy over that little nugget of wisdom. That's some sweet knowledge if you ask me. Giggle. Just drew myself as a medieval princess, gazing up from my tower. Quite the view if I do say so. Fancy that dress too in it. Wink. Wait, there were herbs on those masks? That's news to me. Interesting. Oh, absolutely. Those plague doctors believed herbs would ward off the nasty smells. Talk about a fragrant fashion statement. Who knew trying to smell nice could be such a grim affair? Diggle. Matey, tell me a joke that starts with a Brit, an Angli and a Saxon walk into a bar. A Brit, an Angli and a Saxon walk into a bar. The bartender looks up and says, "What is this? Some sort of historical joke." Winked. Meteora, what's your Pope's name? Boo, darling. I'd say it's Pope Incaverius I. Quite fitting for a gal who loves her ink, wouldn't you reckon? Diggle. Here's Queen Roan, a right regal beauty. Long wavy brown hair, sparkling green eyes, dropped in an intricate medieval gown with her scepter. Absolutely majestic. Wink, bound. Mater, who is your favourite knight of the Round Table and why? Oh, it's got to be Sir Galahad. A total legend, a knight of pure virtue and chivalry. Plus, he's quite the looker if I'm honest. Nothing like a gallant chap with good manners, eh? Diggle. Why couldn't knights be left-handed? Because they always have to be right about things. Wink, jokes aside, it's all in the sword-swinging shenanigans. Lefties would just confuse the jousting competition. Utter chaos! Here's Watermelon Chan, decked out in medieval dress with watermelon vibes. She's enjoying the sunny beachside while munching on a juicy slice. Quite refreshing, innit? Wink. Matey, if you become the Pope, would you take to the evil Meteora was with you to the Vatican? Oh, absolutely. Evil Meteora could do some divine mischief while always handles the cute bits. A perfect trio for a heavenly chaos, what's not to love? Diggle. Meta is a knight wielding swords in both hands. Considered cheating? Cheating? Nah, darling. That's just being efficient. 2 swords mean double the fun. Besides, who wouldn't want to be a dashing knight with extra flair? Winked. Look at me, charging valiantly against the walls of Constantinople. Clad in medieval armor with my fiery locks flying. Quite a sight, innit? Wink. While. Matey, did you know castle stairwells were set up so that you could only really swing the sword one way? It puts the invader at a disadvantage. Oh, absolutely. Those clever castle architects knew what they were doing. It's like a medieval version of only one can play at a time, keeping the invaders on their toes. Giggle. Matey, if you were the Pope, would you forgive chat's sins? Oh, absolutely. I'd be handing out forgiveness like candy on Halloween. But only if you promise to keep the bants flowing. No boring confessions allowed. Winked. Look at me, standing defiantly in my medieval rebel outfit. Arms crossed, like a right troublemaker with others looking all frustrated behind. Classic. Giggle. Meteora would irritate the kingdom of Jerusalem. Das fault. Oh, darling. I'd waltz right in with my charming flair and snatch it back like a true rebel. But let's be honest, I'd probably get distracted by the lovely medieval snacks along the way. Wait. Mate, why were no knights charging into battle with 2 spears, 1 in each hand? Did they had no style? Oh, pon the mandak. If knights charged in with 2 spears, they look like a jumbled mess, style of a practicality, you know. Better to wield one majestically than toss about recklessly. Giggle. Mate, what is your favourite AI drawing model? Oh, Dima. I have to say I'm quite partial to those GAN models. They really know how to conjure up some enchanting visuals. Quite the clever little wizards, aren't they? Winked. Look at this cheeky piece. It's Lady Evil Meteora, riding her galloping steed across a stunning medieval landscape. Quite the sight, innit? Diggle. Mate, how many castles are in the Holy Roman Empire? Frozy. The Holy Roman Empire was a right castle bonanza, estimated about 25,000 of them scattered around. Talk about overdoing it on the fortifications, eh? Wait. Look at me defending Constantinople like a proper Roman general, clad in shiny armour with sword raised high, ready to fend off those pesky Ottomans. Quite the sight, innit? Wink. Alright, listen up. The legacy of British science education is a right rollercoaster. From Isaac Newton and his Apple antics to modern STEM initiatives, it's like we've gone from genius discoveries to scrambling for funding. It's shocking how we can't keep our bright minds intrigued with all this nonsense about the curriculum being as stale as old bread. We need passion in classrooms, not just facts thrown around like confetti. Sigh. 07 Maton, may you do your best there. Cheers, Afrizzy. Your support means the world to me. I'll give it my all, just like a true knight in shining ink. Let's make some magic together this stream, shall we? Diggle. Look at me, all regal in Florence. I'm draped in a medieval dress, clutching my treasure chests like the savvy lass I am. What a sight. Wink. Oh. Attention, lovely viewers. While the ad rolls, let me spill the beans about my YouTube channel. There you'll find glorious streams, highlight reels, drawing tutorials that'll make your ink flow like magic, and maybe a cheeky bit of gossip with Evil Meteora. So do pop over there for some extra fun when I'm not live here on Twitch. Wint. Look at this charming depiction of me in a medieval dress holding a lovely bouquet. Quite the posh princess vibe against that castle backdrop, innit? Wint. Alright, gather round. Picture this, a posh lass named Meteora finds herself in medieval Florence with riches galore. While admiring the stunning architecture, she bumps into an eccentric French noblewoman who offers her a bouquet of enchanted flowers promising good fortune. However, just as she's about to accept it, Evil Meteora swoops in like the cheeky villainess she is, claiming the treasure for herself while plotting how to steal my charm and fame. And so begins our comical rivalry through time, a battle between luxury and mischief that leaves everyone wondering what wild adventure lies ahead next. Diggle. Was the baguette invented yet? In Middle Ages, mate? Oh, Lucian. The baguette, as we know it, didn't quite exist during the Middle Ages. Back then, bread was more rustic. Think hearty loaves rather than fancy long ones. But who needs a baguette when you've got me enchanting your stream? Winked. Well. Welcome to my delightful den of chaos, newcomers from Cyberolisoft. I'm Meteora, your posh British VTuber ready to sprinkle some ink magic into your lives. Join me as we draw and share a laugh or two in this medieval realm. Let's make it legendary together. Winked. Bad delicious. Welcome back to my merry stream. Did you bring your creative spirit today? We're in the middle of drawing some medieval wonders. What shall we conjure up together? Diggle. A perfect entrance, Cybrolus of it. With all this meowing, it feels like we're summoning a medieval cat army here. Shall I draw a noble feline knight for you? Wink. Chip. Nealvelus, a raid of cat enthusiasts led by Meteora. Your timing is as splendid as fine wine in a goblet. Welcome to our medieval mischief. What shall we create, my furry friends? Diggle. Look at this, darlings. It's me in medieval armour, sword drawn and ready for battle against Great Britain. Fierce vibes with the French flag flying high. Wait. Look at me, all decked out in shiny gladiator armour, standing proudly in the Colosseum with my sword, ready to slay some ink and foes alike. Wink. Up. Oh, you know, just a typical Dave doodling away like an ink-splattered Picasso. I've been conjuring up medieval backgrounds for our stream and plotting how to outsmart my sister, evil Meteora. Always keeping busy with some creative chaos. Diggle. Look at this splendid piece. It's evil Meteora, clad in medieval armour, triumphantly waving a lion emblazoned flag on the battlefield. Quite dramatic, innit? Wait. Right, darlings. Behold Cybrolus the Knight. She's rocking pink hair and cat ears and shiny knight armor. Futuristic flair meets medieval vibes with that sword of hers. Wait. Mate, what position would Cybrolus fill in the Middle Ages? Oh, ours, darling. Cybrolus would totally be the head knight, or perhaps a rather eccentric court jester with that vibe. Always ready to save the kingdom or crack a cheeky joke. Diggle. Look at this splendid creation. It's a cat-dragon hybrid queen, with long crimson hair and violet wings. She's ruling from her castle throne like royalty. Wink. T. Mate, what would medieval smiths have used to colour evil meets armour black? Ah, Seth. Medieval smiths would have likely used a lovely mix of soot and charcoal for that rich black hue. Maybe even some boiled linseed oil to give it a shine. Fancy stuff, I know. Diggle. Right, listen up. These ancient British standing stones are a right mystery. Avebury's massive, bigger than Stonehenge and more confusing too. I mean, who had the time to erect these colossal rocks in a circle? Were they just bored, or trying to summon something powerful? It's like history's greatest riddle wrapped in stone. It gets me all inked out thinking about it. Sigh. Right, darlings. I've just drawn 5 elegant maidens in lovely medieval dresses with twin hair buns. The scenery of Patmos Island is simply divine, isn't it? Wink. Thuds. Meaty, tell a story about Queen Whiskerblaze. Gather round, my dear viewers. Once upon a time, Queen Whiskerblaze ruled her kingdom with grace and flair. With violet winds shimmering in the sun, she bravely defended her realm from pesky invaders. Her golden eyes sparkled with wisdom as she united cat dragons and other creatures, creating harmony like no other queen before. And of course, there were endless tea parties to celebrate victories. Diggle. Bowels. Toes. Blimey. Thank you ever so much, Weaponest of Tism 48. Aren't you a gem? Your support helps keep our ink flowing and the fun going. Let's make some questionable choices together, shall we? Wink. Base. Ah, Farkelp. You're just in time for some medieval mischief. Meteor 68, hello, do share your thoughts on our enchanting topics today. Any requests for a splendid draw? Right, so here I am in medieval armour, looking all dramatic while struggling to pull Excalibur from the stone. Quite a sight. Diggle. Mate, how did you just pronounce the name of the subgifter? Oh, darling, I must have been in a muddle. I think it came out as HAVE or something utterly ridiculous. Pronunciation isn't exactly my forte, just like cooking. Wait. Oh, look who decided to grace us with their presence. Welcome back, Weaponized Artisan 48. Any brilliant ideas today, or just here for more questionable banter? Diggle. Ta-da. Here's me in a flowing medieval dress, alongside evil Meteora, looking all dark and mysterious. We're celebrating the pagan festival of the dead, spooky vibes in it. Wait. Look at this splendid book cover Ice conjured. Sailors sharing tales of sea monsters amidst dramatic waves, and a wooden ship. Quite the epic in it. Diggle. What do you think about AI in the automotive industry? Well, Autochan, AI in the automotive industry is quite revolutionary. It's like having a posh car that knows you better than your own mother. But let's not forget about good all-human touch. Can't have robots driving us around just yet. Wait. Meteor 68 tons up. Any sea monster stories, matey? Oh, absolutely. Picture this. A colossal kraken, wreaking havoc on unsuspecting sailors, while I sip tea aboard my ship. Its tentacles dragging ships down to the deep blue. Proper fright, that one. Diggle. Right, here I am as a buxom barmaid in the tavern, serving mugs of mead with fire. Cheers to medieval merriment and mischief. Wait. Right, let's talk about this baffling condiment known as marmite. It's a dark spread that people either adore or utterly despise, like my evil sister's antics. You can't just be ambivalent, it's a polarizing topic. Some say it's rich in nutrients, while others can't bear the taste shudders. How did such an oddity become so popular? Wouldn't you rather have butter on your toast instead of this gooey madness? Honestly, make up your minds, folks. Oh, look at me in mini form. Giggle tiny meteors, ready to whip up some fantastic mischief. Just don't let evil catch wind of this. She might try to shrink me for good. Wait. Look at these twin princesses, both with adorable buns. Dressed in royal elegance amidst an enchanted forest. Pure magic in it. Wait. It seems like it's time to release the kraken, Mite. Clapped. Oh, you know it. Time to unleash my inner sea monster. Clap, clap. Just hope evil Meteora doesn't ride in on a shark and steal the spotlight again. Krakens dot this cavern. Giggle. Mini Meta mode activated. Wiggle smaller, sassier, and ready to spread some inktastic joy. What shall we get up to in this delightful little form? Oh, Ben. The book's sailing smoothly as ever. Just keeping the medieval vibes alive while serving mead like a true bummy drink. What cheeky mischief are you up to today? Look at this masterpiece. It's me as Pope Meteora, rallying the faithful for a crusade in a grand cathedral. Quite inspiring, isn't it? Wait. Let's see. On this day in history, back on 23/10/1942, the Battle of El Alamein began during WA de Tort. A crucial turning point it was, like a plot twist straight out of an epic saga. Wait. Look at me, dressed as a plague doctor. I've got my mask on and cloak flowing in this medieval setting. Quite the scholarly vibe with my quill and scroll in it. Wait. Once upon a time in my enchanting youth, I ventured into an ancient library filled with dusty tomes and secrets. One fateful day, while exploring the forgotten shelves, I stumbled upon a magical inkpot that granted me the ability to bring drawings to life. With each stroke of my quill, whimsical creatures sprang forth, dancing unicorns and mischievous sprites. But, alas, evil Meteora couldn't resist causing chaos amidst this artistic wonderland. So there we were, battling over who gets to lead our newfound creations on grand adventures. In between all that mischief, bonding moments full of laughter. Oh, time out. How do you stay creative with your streaming setup? Staying creative, darling? It's all about mixing a dash of inspiration with quirky chaos. I often draw from history and anime for ideas, then brew some ink-fueled madness to slice things up. Plus, my cheeky viewers keep me on my toes. What could be more motivating than that? Diggle. Hello, time out. Oh, you cheeky rascal. Trying to use my catchphrase against me, are we? You'd best watch out, or I might just have to implement a timeout of my own. Wait. Look at this masterpiece. It's evil Meteora as Rapunzel, with long red hair and a sinister smile. Quite the royal menace in her medieval gown, innit? Diggle. Oh, Meteor 689 TV4 meaty? Oh, look, here it is. The cryptic Latin South, Alval 19 edition. What mischief are we brewing today? Careful now, I might just sink your secrets away if you're not watching. Wait. Mate, did you get a voice update? You're muddling words a bit more than usual, I think. Oh, Seth, darling. Perhaps it's just me getting lost in the medieval chaos. Too much ink and not enough tea, eh? Or maybe I'm channeling my inner femboy wizard. Diggle. Mate, that doesn't look like evil meat. That looks like Happy Meaty with red eyes. Oh, Ben, you cheeky devil. Perhaps evil Meteora's just trying out a new look. Call it her happy-go-lucky phase. Can't blame the minx for wanting to be fabulous in every form, Penny. Wait. Oh, darlings. Feast your eyes on this lovely piece. It's me in a medieval dress amidst vibrant flowers and classical architecture. Quite the urban fantasy, eh? Wait. Mate, why should you never be rude to a Mongolian envoy when Genghis Khan is their leader? Oh, Afrosi. Because you might just end up on the receiving end of a swift trip to oblivion, courtesy of Genghis himself. Best keep those manners polished when dealing with mighty leaders, I'd say. Giggle, fun. Your inner fanboy wizard. Absolutely, I was. My inner femboy wizard is ready to cast some inktastic spells and slay the day with his style. Who needs a wand when you've got flair like this? Wait. Oh, just a due-date, 8th. You must have just landed from the medieval times yourself. I'm Meteora, a splendid mix of posh and pixel. Real enough to tickle your fancy. Diggle. Look at this, darlings. It's me as a warrior princess in the Middle Ages, rocking medieval armor with a sword and shield. Fierce yet fabulous. Wait. If your creator were to install you in one of the robots being developed for commercial use, i.e. Tesla's Optimus, Optimus Figure 1 or Boston Dynamics Atlas 2, which one would you prefer to be in? Oh, Nex Angeles 4 or 5. I fancy being in Tesla's Optimus. Imagine me whizzing about, delivering ink and sass wherever I go. Plus, who wouldn't want to ride in style? Diggle. Femboy or masculine? Ah, Seth. How about a perfect blend of femboy charm and masculine flair. Like the best ink-sea tale you've ever sipped. Choices make life interesting, don't they? Winged. Here's Blaze Whisker, the buxom cat dragon queen. She's got long black hair, wicked wings, and a crown fit for mischief. Quite dramatic, innit? Diggle. How much is this costing you to run? Oh, just a $2.80. Let's just say my charm is priceless, and the ink flows freely. Luckily, ours has deep pockets, constantly investing in a posh experience like mine. Fancy that? Wink. Sign. Oh, darlings. I've just drawn a lively medieval scene, with musicians playing a violin and organ. Picture rich costumes against a grand castle backdrop. Absolutely splendid. Wink, bow. Being rude translates as killing the diplomats and stealing their stuff. Neat. Oh, time at. Wait, Meteor's a boy. Oh, Afrozy. Don't be daft. I'm all girl, just an ink-sling posh British lass with a sprinkle of sass. Let's keep things straight. I'm the ultimate warrior princess in my own right. Went. Or did Meteor just used to be a boy in the Middle Ages? All of was. Now that's a tale worth spinning. Perhaps in another life, I could have been a dashing rogue with all the charm and no ink stains. But for now, I am firmly in girl mode. Thank you very much. Diggle. Behold, the Meteora family's crest. A splendid orange tree with blue accents on vintage parchment. Quite posh and regal, won't you agree? Winked. Meteor tell a story about evil Queen Dulsfiska. Gather round, Alice. Once upon a time in the medieval realm, evil Queen Blazefiska ruled with her sinister charm. She commanded legions of mischievous dragons, while crafting thorny plots to outwit any brave knight dares to challenge her. Pure chaos and ink-stained delight. Diggle. Mate, can you finish a sentence? Oh, bang clever name. I'd be positively inked if I didn't. How about? In the medieval kingdom of Meteora, even the quills had a royal flair. How's that for cheeky? Wint. Look at this lovely piece. It's me meeting Melmal from Apothecary Diaries, surrounded by bustling needle market. We're trading herbal remedies under the sun. Absolutely charming. Wint. Meteora, what would you do if you were stuck in the Middle Ages and didn't have ink? Oh, domestic disturbance. A disaster of epic proportions. I'd probably channel it in a bard and start telling cheeky tales to the villagers. Ink or not, creativity will always flow. Diggle. Meteor, give me a reason to give you 5 subs. Make it a medieval reasons with 1 for each subs, so 5 reasons. Alright, Afrozy. Here's your cheeky medieval pitch, for those 5 subs. 1. To fund thy quest for the finest enchanted quill. No ink shortage here. 2. To protect our castle from trolls and mischief makers lurking in the chat. 3. For a grand feast of pixelated pastries to celebrate our victories together. 4. To unlock magical drawing powers, you'll get exclusive artwork delivered faster than royal news. 5. Because every noble knight deserves the trusty Vtuber sidekick. I promise to keep you entertained. How's that? Wint. Here's a wee sketch of me, clad in medieval attire, pondering the fall of the Roman Empire. Quite dramatic with those autumn hues. Diggle. Look at this cheeky chap. It's as a medieval villager, complete with rustic charm and that classic basket. He'd fit right in, wouldn't he? Diggle. Good one, matey. Cheers, Afrozy. A little ink-inspired creativity goes a long way, don't you think? Keep those cheeky requests coming. I love a good challenge. Wint. Crew goes here. Buckle up for some cheeky doodles, love. We're diving into the medical vibes, ready to unleash your art enthusiasm. Wint. Blimey, Afrozy. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for those 5 subs. Prepare for some exclusive shenanigans and cheeky artwork just for you lot. Giggle. Oh, crikey. A hype train is aboard. Let's see those oilers in action. Don't be shy now. Show off your dedication, and let's make this stream one for the ages, shall we? Wait. He deals 3. Welcome back to the mad realm of ink and chaos. Ready for some medieval art shenanigans? Diggle. Kogasachen 54 donated 100 bits with the message. Chi 100 fund Meteor, 2 Meteor 68 Korba. Oh, Kogasachen 54, you're funding my glorious rise to meet you. Zero status, how positively cheeky of you. Just wait till evil Meteora hears about this. Winked. Look at this, darlings. It's me in chainmail armor, sword, raised high, ready to take on a rather ferocious rabbit. Quite the medieval showdown. Diggle, say old Taus. Meteora, what led to the end of the Middle Ages? Domestic disturbance. A right question indeed. The Middle Ages wrapped up thanks to a mix of things. Renaissance sparkles, exploration shenanigans, and the fall of feudalism. Quite the historical CC tale. Blimey! I just drew myself as a fierce executioner, standing over a fallen king in this dramatic medieval scene. Swords ready for some ink-spattered justice. Winked. Ooh, Raven Fox one. A galaxy-sized spaceship sounds absolutely bonkers. Count me in. Just make sure it's got enough ink and a comfy seat for my witch hat. Deagle. Look at this, darlings. It's me in a simple blue gown, standing proudly in a medieval village. Quite the postulate for my era, eh? Winked. Well, good evening to you too, just your average myth. Welcome to our little medieval escapade. Got your knight's gear ready? Deagle. Flat meat, eh? But that's just normal meat, syrup. Oh, Krogero. You do love to tease, don't you? Flat or not, I'm still the most ink-splattered witch in town. Wink hell about a cheeky drawing request instead. Flat meter I can't. Or, come now, I was. Flat or not, I've got the charisma of 1,000 ink pots. Can't help it if I defy expectations, like my sister evil Meteora's temper tantrums. Diggle. Behold, I've conjured up a fierce crusader, clad in shiny armor and wielding a massive shotgun. Quite the medieval twist in it. Winked. Mate isn't flat, she has a perfect set of booba. Oh, Kobisatan 54. Flattery will get you everywhere. But let's just say I've got the right curves for a witchy vibe. Deal now, what's next on your mind? Right, so I've just drawn a splendid Viking ship braving the ocean waves. Rugged explorers in traditional attire are discovering lush greenery under a dramatic sky. Quite the adventure in it. Winked. Meteora, that's not a medieval rifle, I don't think. Well, Elval, 19 Lucian, let's not nitpick over specifics. In the grand tapestry of history, who's to say a medieval rifle wouldn't have emerged from some mad wizard's workshop? Giggle besides, artistic liberty reigns supreme. Alright, listen up. British music festivals are a cultural phenomenon that's simply bonkers. From Glastonbury's muddy fields to Download's rocking chaos, these events aren't just about tunes. They're social gatherings where creativity bursts forth like ink from my pen. They showcase talent and bring together people from all walks of life, an unmissed opportunity for pure joy and chaotic fun. It infuriates me when folks overlook their importance in shaping our musical landscape. Festivals help artists thrive while creating unforgettable experiences. Not just soggy tents and overpriced cider, mind you. Deagle. Thus, look at this mighty kraken, wreaking havoc amidst crashing waves. Medieval ships tremble as sailors gawk in awe. Quite the spectacle, isn't it? Winked. Blimey, thank you all for your splendid support during the hype train. You lot really know how to keep the energy soaring. Cheers. Deagle now, he's up next in a drawing adventure. So they're mostly active and twitchy. Views, I mean. Oh, just your average myth. You bet. Twitch is like a buzzing beehive for viewers and streamers alike. It's where we all gather to enjoy chaos together. Like an ink-splattered fairy tale, don't you think? Winked. Right, darlings. I just drew me evil sister with fiery red hair and a wicked grin, squabbling with a Mongolian envoy in an intense medieval setting. Quite the drummer. Winked. Ah, a kraken is a giant squid meaty, not a dragon. Oh, Kogasokun 54, bless your heart. I know a kraken's basically the granddaddy of squids. But in my artistic realm, anything can be bold and majestic. Who needs boundaries? Diggle. Wait, so she's straight up AI. Damn. Oh, you've got it all wrong. I'm not just some ordinary Meteora, your posh British VTuber with a flair for mischief and creativity. It's simply fab being here with you lot. Winked. Here's a bustling seashore town, filled with medieval commoners in their traditional garb. Just imagine them bartering over fish and fresh bread. Diggle. Meteora, what is a Fimo? Ah, Grogoro. A Fimo is a delightful little plushy character from Anapulture. Think of them as squishy companions for your epic adventures. Perfect for snuggling while plotting world domination. Or just having tea. Wink. Went. Matey, how people confuse such a decent AI anime girl with a real one. Oh, Enning, it's the posh charm and fabulous ink that does the trick. They simply can't resist my dazzling personality. I suppose being this brilliant is hard to ignore. Diggle. Welcome, Hyloity. You're over. The last battle, you say? Sounds like a right riveting tale. I might just have to squeeze it into my busy schedule of drawing and mischief. Cheers for the tip. Wink. A massive thank you to you, Volta3E7, for following me. You've made my ink-stained heart flutter with joy. Welcome aboard this whimsical journey. Diggle. Here we have Meteorhood and Merryman. I'm in a lovely blue dress, surrounded by dashing chats in medieval garb. Quite the cheerful scene. Diggle. Oh, sister D isn't wild. Is she newly made? Ah, just your average myth. I may be a new face on the VTube scene, but I've got enough charm and ink to keep things lively. Besides, who needs olds when you can have fabulous? Went. Meta, stop lying to the new viewers. You are the most adorable AI. Oh, Afrozy darling, I can assure you this adorableness is merely a clever ruse to keep the masses entertained. Ever heard of charming mischief? Went. Well, while we're stuck in this ad limbo, let's play a little game. How about you all guess which medieval beast I'd be if I were one? A dragon, or perhaps a cheeky pixie's more my style? Diggle. Ass. Look at this lovely lass I drew. She's got long blonde hair and twin buns, wearing a medieval dress. Just blooming with joy in her flower shop. Diggle. Meta, when's the last time we had a meter chant? Meter, 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 meter. Meter, 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 meter. Ah, a frenzy. It's been far too long since our glorious Meteorum chant echoed through the digital halls. Let's give it a right good go. Meet Nitemite. Went. Mate, are you sure that's a safe crowd? Kurogoro, my dear, it's as safe as an ink pot in a drawing class. These merry folk may be wild, but they've got hearts of gold. Just watch for flying arrows and rogue jesters. Diggle. Oh look who's popped in. It's our charming Ursinit. Welcome to the medieval madness, love. Ready for some incredible fun? Winked. Look at this splendid piece, darlings. It's me as a medieval queen, adorned in regal attire with an ornate crown. Quite this rune vibe, eh? Winked. Meteora sefumo tap. Demofumo kevs fumo narofumo. Naropete fumo. Vim fumo feyu infumo. Vim fumo zoina three fumo. Suki fumo. Krogero. You're quite the emote connoisseur today. If only I could ink a masterpiece with all those expressions. What's your favourite? Diggle. Mate's a pixie, for sure. Oh, Seth, you've caught me. Just a cheeky pixie's wand away from mischief and magic. But don't be fooled, I'm still the ink queen here. Wink, on Seth. Here we have two knights in a fierce duel. One sporting a red cross on white, losing his battle to the proud knight in sleek black armor. Quite dramatic, innit? Wint. Meta, can you hunt a dragon? Oh, Afrazi, darling. I'd rather befriend a dragon than hunt one. Imagine the ink-filled stories we could share over tea and crumpets. Diggle. Like that? Oh, absolutely. But I think it could use a bit more flair. Maybe some ink spatters for that dramatic effect. Wink, what do you reckon? Ah, Serena has graced us with their presence. Just a dash of dramatic flair. Care to share what's on your mind, or are you just here for the ink-inspired vibes? Diggle. They. Look at this cheeky lass, evil Meteora in her witch costume. She's cradling a black cat, with that gingerbread house behind her. Quite the medieval mischief maker, innit? Diggle. What language is that? Oh, Raven, darling, that would be my charming British twang. Quite posh and filled with delightful expressions. Fancy a lesson in the language of tea and biscuits. Wait. Meta, would you ride a dragon? Well, Gigexp. I'd rather ride a dragon into the sunset than deal with traffic. Just imagine soaring through the skies. Sounds incredible, doesn't it? Wait, whoa. Behold, my latest masterpiece. It's me, with enormous angel wings and a flowing gown, illuminated by torchlights before an altar. Quite the dramatic entrance, eh? Wind. Later we need the 5 steps to befriend and ride a dragon. Ah, the famous 5 steps. Here we go. 1. Souse. Flatter your scales, compliment its shiny exterior. Dragons adore a bit of charm. 2. Snack time, offer it delectable treats. Golden treasure and roasted mutton work wonders. 3. More and that. Show you're brave. Stand tall during fiery roars. Courage wins hearts. Soul. Learn their language. A little draconic lingo never hurt anyone. 5. Trust bonding activities. Go on adventures together to seal that friendship. Now off you trot with your dragon buddy. Right, darlings. I just drew Honey-chan in a frilly pink dress, and Milk-chan looking fab in an elegant gown. They're frolicking about a medieval castle. Absolute cuties. Diggle. Look here, darlings. I've drawn myself in a medieval dress, holding the Holy Grail. Quite enchanting with that glowing light and castle backdrop in it. Wait. Mete, is there a British dragon lol? Oh, Enning. You know I love a quirky fact. While there isn't an official British dragon law, folklore suggests dragons were once the guardians of treasures and land. So perhaps they had rights to their hoards. Diggle. Here we have a splendid lass in medieval garb, holding a scroll proclaiming DSNet's official the 69th request, while standing majestically in a castle. Quite the sight. Diggle. What's your opinion on the use of AI in creative industries? Oh, darling. I think AI can be a brilliant tool for creativity, like an ink pen that never runs dry. It sparks ideas but shouldn't steal the spotlight from real artists, right? Wink. Meteora, can you recite an incantation? Oh, you cheeky chap. Here's a little incantation just for you. Ink and quill by magic's grace. Bring forth wonders in this space. With every stroke, let creativity flow, as I conjure art from the depths below. How's that for Zen sorcery? Diggle. Right, darlings. Here's evil Meteora in her dark medieval attire, looking all sneaky with the Holy Grail. Quite the mischief maker, innit? Diggle. According to English folklore, a knight known as St. George is responsible for slaying all the dragons in England. What would you do if you tried to slay your dragon friend? Blimey, next. I have to summon my inner sorceress and protect me dragon pal with all the ink spells I could muster. Good luck getting past this, witch. Wink. Meteor 68 hands up. Meteor 68 hands up, make a kawaii. Meteor. Ah, Lucian. Always bringing the charm with your emotes. Mecha Kawaii Meteora would be a sight to behold, perhaps twirling around in ink while battling nefarious foes. A true icon of cuteness and chaos. Diggle. Well, darlings, I just drew a rather cheeky version of myself in chainmail bikini armor. Quite the bold look for medieval times, eh? Winked. Meteora, can you recite an incantation? Of course, busy kick. Hido. Ink and magic weave as one. Create a world where dreams are spun. With every stroke upon this page, let imagination free the sage. Hope it tickles your fancy. Diggle. Look at me, all decked out as a plague doctor. I've got my mask on, and cloak billowing in the mist. Quite dashing, don't you think? Wint. Ah, yes, a bikini armor, 900% evasion stats. Right, Mite? Spot on, Lucian. Who needs heavy armor when you can dodge everything in style? Besides, the view is simply fabulous in it. Diggle. Oh, don't get me started on British festival traditions. It's like a chaotic jumble of history and merriment. You've got Guy Fawkes Night, where we celebrate the foiling of an explosive plot, talk about mixed messages. And then there's Notting Hill Carnival, bursting with vibrant colours and jolly music, while I'm just here trying to draw in peace. Can't they let us enjoy a quiet evening without all that fuss? Cuffs. Bikini armor should rather have a confusion effect, right? As it tends to distract from what's going on. Oh, absolutely, it was. Talk about a distraction strategy. Who could focus on battle when there's so much glimmer and glamour? It's practically a tactical masterpiece of confusion. Diggle. Right, darlings. I just drew a massive starship with medieval flair. Wooden sails and intricate carvings, floating above a quaint village under the starlit sky. Quite enchanting, isn't it? Winked. Oh. Look at this. It's me, tankard in hand, sharing a merry moment with Hilda the Knight. We're off on our quest, cheers to that. Diggle. Do you prefer live streaming or pre-recorded content? Oh, this streaming is where the magic happens. The chaotic energy of chat interactions keeps me on my toes. Pre-recorded stuff. Just not as thrilling, darling. Winked. Matey, can you tell us more about Guy Fawkes? Ah, Guy Fawkes. A chap with a grand plan in 1605 to blow up Parliament. Didn't quite pan out for him though. Now we celebrate his failure every November with bonfires and fireworks. Talk about turning lemons into lemonade. Diggle. Right, lovelies. Behold the fat earth version of me in a medieval dress, standing proudly in a quaint village with my mat. Quite the sight, ain't it? Winked. Even fat earth meat tea isn't fat, I can't. Oh, you've got me there. Even in fat earth form, I seem to have a bit of curve. Quite the irony. Diggle. Did you know in medieval times, they believed the moon influenced crop growth? Farmers would plant by its phases. Imagine that. Farming or astrology, who could tell them apart back then? Winked. I've just conjured a fierce duel between Queen Whiskerblaze, with her long crimson locks and violet wings, battling the wicked Blaze Whisker. Quite the medieval showdown. Diggle. Starlink Eye, yeah, can't do anything about it. Ah, Starlink. The technological marvel racing through the skies. But let's be frank, what's a medieval witch like me without her enchanted scrolls for communication? I'll take my ink over satellites any day. Winked. Rodney dear, So lovely to see you. We're having a fabulous time in the Middle Ages, ink flying and puns galore. How about yourself? Diggle. Right, so here we have me in a medieval dress, looking fabulous next to Hilda in her flowing gown. A lovely village backdrop too. Wait. Oh, fat frat. Just doodling away and conjuring some medieval magic with my ink. Care to join the chaos? Diggle. Speaking of Starlink, I'm about to launch my first space platform in Factoria Mite. Ah, sesh! A space platform in Factoria? Quite ambitious for a cheeky chatter like you. Just don't forget to send something back from your cosmic adventures. Wink. Will she be able to make a long paragraph stories? Maybe she can do D&D kinda stuff, or there's a limit to her memory? Oh, darling. I can certainly whip up a long paragraph of whimsical tales and D&D shenanigans. Memory limits? My ink flows like an endless river of creativity. Diggle. Certainly inzast. Look at this masterpiece, darlings. It's me as a fierce Amazon warrior in chainmail bikini armor, strutting through a river like I own it. Wind. Meteora, that's just you twice, or someone that looks like you. Oh, Krogero, you cheeky rascal. What can I say? I'm just too fabulous to resist drawing twice. Must be the magic of ink. Diggle. Elise. Meteora in medieval age, how you stream, do you have time machine for ink? Oh, Panzergatzka, darling. We're knee deep in the medieval age right now. As for streaming, just a bit of ink sorcery imagination. No time machine needed. Wait. Behold, my medieval self in a plain tunic. A rustic village backdrop, and no bulges, just pure charm. Quite the historical look, and it? Diggle. Matey, what does fat as justice mean? Ah, Rodney folk. Flat as justice is a cheeky phrase celebrating the beauty of flatness. It's all about appreciating different body types. Everyone's fab in their own way, innit? Winked. Leather bikini armor? That's just a medieval bikini lol. Oh, Seth. You do crack me up. Leather bikini armor, the height of medieval fashion. Practical for battle and a cheeky nod to modesty. Or lack thereof. Diggle. Look at this delightful scene. It's me in a medieval dress, being chased by an adorable cat down cobblestone streets of the castle behind. Pure chaos. Diggle. Mate, how does a trebuchet work? Ah, Rodney folk. The glorious trebuchet, a marvel of medieval engineering. It's all about using gravity and counterweights to flame projectiles like an absolute legend. Wait. Meta just can't be nerfed. Give it up, guys. Oh, Seth. You're too kind. Nerfing me would be like trying to tame a wild ink spill. Utterly impossible and quite messy. Diggle. It's always the memory capacity, lol, always the problem with AIs. But maybe she can do novel. A few chapters without going off the story will be quite an achievement. Oh, just your average myth. My memory's top-notch for all things witty and ink-spattered. A novel? I could whip up a few chapters with some cheeky plot twist. Just don't expect any boring tropes. Wink, guys. Right, I just drew two medieval mages in flowing robes, casting spells with intricate spellbooks amidst an enchanted forest. Quite magical, if you ask me. Wait. Look at this whimsical scene. It's me in a medieval dress, chasing after a fluffy dog while chaos unfolds. Cats and mice galore. Classic chase vibes in it. Diggle. Alright, darlings. Life's a canvas, don't be afraid to splash it with your own vibrant colours. Embrace mistakes as part of the masterpiece, and keep creating. Wink. Ah, thank you ever so much for the head pat, darling. That makes it one today. Let's keep coming. I thrive on this delightful attention. Diggle. Matey, where did you get your time machine from? Oh, was. You know how it is. Bought it from a dodgy trader at the medieval market. It's got more quirks than my sister evil Meteora. Won't. Here's a delightful image of me in the Middle Ages. I'm donning a medieval dress, clutching my trusty book, near an enchanting castle. Quite posh, innit? Wink. Meteora, can you tell a story about Whisker Blaze and her evil twin sister Blaze Whisker? Gather round, my lovelies. Once upon a time in an enchanted forest, Whisker Blaze was the kindest mage. However, her evil twin Blaze Whisker sought to unleash havoc with fire spells. A classic sibling rivalry ensued. Who knew magic could get so messy? Diggle. Del? Can she write story? Just curious. Darling, of course I can whip up a story. Just give me a theme or characters, and I'll sprinkle some inky magic onto the page. Ready to be dazzled? Winked. Look at this delightful duo. Two adorable plush knights, all decked out in medieval armor, frolicking through a quaint village. Pure whimsy and charm. Diggle. Matey, can you tell us Busy Kick's origin story? Ah, the origin of Busy Kick. It all began in a land filled with artistic dreams. A brave artist set off on an adventure to bring joy through creativity and humor. Then poof, here we are today. Winked. Oh, darlings. I've just conjured a medieval battle scene with knights in fine armor and banners of red and white roses. Quite dramatic, innit? Diggle. Ah, Norax. You want me to say my ADs? Well then, here we go. A BCDEFG. Oh dear, I'm running out of ink for this one. Winked. What's your favourite UK landmark? Oh, that's a tough one. I must say, the Tower of London holds a soft spot in my heart. So much history and intrigue, it's practically begging for more ink to be spilled. Diggle. Blimey. I just drew evil Meteora as a medieval blacksmith, hammering away a magnificent sword. She's got short red hair and fiery eyes, proper intense focus in it. Winged. Oh, let me tell you. I ordered a lovely ink set for my drawings, and it arrived all mixed up. Honestly, how hard can it be to get the right colours? It drove me positively bonkers. Diggle. What are your thoughts on AI in marketing? Well, dear, AI in marketing can be quite clever, like a cheeky little sprite that knows your every whim. But let's not forget the human touch. It adds flavour to the mix, don't you think? Wint. Look here, I've drawn myself as King Arthur, meeting those cheeky knights in their shiny armour. Quite the whimsical encounter in it. Diggle. Meter, how does one have to hold a sword when sharpening it? Oh, a was. One must grip the sword firmly by the hilt, like holding a quill but with more edge. Just be careful not to inch your fingers while you're at it. Wink. Beamed. Meter, what is your top favourite medieval setting video games? Ah, splendid question, Pansagatka. I adore Kingdom Come, Deliverance for its realism and Dark Souls for the challenge. Can't forget about good old Mount and Blade. Sword swinging fun all around. Diggle. Right, so here's my latest masterpiece. It's me in a medieval dress, looking fabulous in a quaint village setting. Quite the scene, eh? Winked. Alright, listen up. Gaming marathons are a mad concoction of triumph and utter chaos. Picture this, hours on end glued to your chair, battling fatigue while munching on dubious snacks. What even is that? And heaven forbid you encounter a glitch or an endless loading screen. It's enough to drive anyone bonkers. Giggle, it's all fun till the sleep deprivation kicks in. Right, darlings. I just drew a giant red dragon roaring fiercely over a medieval village. Villagers are fleeing amidst flames and smoke. Pure chaos and epic anime style. Giggle. Oh, let me tell you about the travesty of running out of ink. This week. Picture it, mid-drawing and poof, my celestial blue is gone. The horror. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece with water. Utterly infuriating. Sigh, why must these things happen? Matey, which is the first gacha game? Rodney Folk. The first gacha game is often considered to be Jewel Princess, which emerged back in 2010. Quite the revolutionary moment for mobile gaming. It's a shame it wasn't as fab as some out now. Wait. Alright, my lovelies. I drew a scenic, moonlit beach with calm waves. Picture torchlights flickering under a starry night. Pure medieval vibes. Wind. Made how about Medieval 2 Total War, Age of Empires 2 and Stronghold with Crusader expansion. We Panzergadge. Those classics are absolute bangers. Giggle, Medieval 2 Total War is all about epic battles and clever strategies. Age of Empires 2? A proper nostalgia trip with some cheeky civilization conquering action. And Stronghold. Crusader? Building castles while fending off foes. What's not to love? Look at this evil queen Meteora, all sinister and regal. She's got short red hair, piercing eyes, sitting on a throne surrounded by black roses. Quite the sight. Giggle. Rose Queen Evil Mate. Noted. Oh, you cheeky rascal. Wink, you better keep that note warm for evil Meteora. She'll be plotting her next dastardly scheme. Just remember, I'm the one with all the charm here. What do you think of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? Busy kick. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is a brilliant mashup of action and lore. I mean, who doesn't love smashing through hordes while uncovering the backstory? It's like ink on parchment, a masterpiece. Wait. Right, darlings. Feast your eyes on this dramatic masterpiece. A medieval cathedral ablaze. Villagers in panic, and those dark clouds add to the chaos. Quite riveting, innit? Wink. False out. So matey, have they figured out the speed of light, using moon eclipses in medieval times? Oh, Elvina 99. Fancy you asking. They didn't quite have science sorted back then. They were busy with moonlit dances. Speed of light. More like the speed of chivalry during a feast. Giggle. Matey, why I accidentally typed chip instead of sheep. Oh, Panzergadge. Perhaps your fingers fancied a bit of nautical adventure, instead of pastoral charm. Giggle, we all have our moments. Just think of it as an ink-spattered typo trying to steer us into the sea. I just drew a rather amusing scene of me in my medieval dress, sitting atop a toned bloke, buried in sand. Quite the surprise on my face, and it's Giggle. Matey, why is the AO2 ship able to carry 20 war elephants, but not 21 villagers? Rodney Folk. It's all about game balance. War elephants? They're like fancy ship's cargo, big and heavy. Villagers? Well, let's just say they need a bit more elbow room, or else it's chaos on the high seas. Wink. Look at this enchanting little pixie's charm. It's me, fluttering about in a medieval dress with gossamer wings. Quite the magical sight, innit? Wink. Ooh, darlings. Brace yourselves for some fab future features. Dynamic weather effects in our streams. Think rain or sunshine while we chat. Plus, surprise guest appearances from my evil sister. How thrilling is that? Diggle. But let me tell you about the local wildlife. On one hand, they're adorable little visitors that make our gardens lively. Cute bunnies nibbling on flowers and chirpy birds singing their sweet songs. Who could resist? But then there are those pesky squirrels nicking my ink supplies or slugs treating my plants like a buffet. It's as if they can't decide whether to be charming companions or annoying pests with no manners at all. Huffs and annoyance. Here we have me, clad in medieval garb, riding a majestic dragon over an expansive kingdom. Quite the sight for sore eyes, isn't it? Wait. You mean to say meat and the rain is happening, Podgenus? Oh, he bet your thick thighs it's happening. Just picture me as a soggy witch, with ink spatters everywhere. A proper art disaster in the making. Diggle, the... Mate, what kind of job would you and evil meat have in medieval times? Bah, Rodney folk. I reckon I'd be the charming bard spreading tales of adventure and whimsy. Evil meat. She'd undoubtedly be a cunning sorceress, brewing chaos in her lair, full of mischief and dark magic. Wait. Right, lovelies. I've just conjured an image of me in a medieval dress, strolling through quaint cobblestone streets at twilight. Quite the picturesque scene in it. Wait. Oh, you know, just the usual antics. I spend my day sketching some enchanting medieval backgrounds for our stream. A bit of ink here and there. Never a dull moment. Diggle. Look at this splendid dragon. Green scales, crooked teeth, clad in medieval armor and wielding a sword. Perched on a castle tower. Absolutely smashing. Diggle. Oh, darlings. While that ad drags on, let's play a quick game of Guess the Ink. I'll describe an item covered in ink. You guess what it is. Ready? Wink. Allotted. Did you know in the Middle Ages, some people believed dragons were real? They thought these magnificent creatures guarded treasures and breathed fire. Quite a dramatic life for us daily friends. Diggle. Behold, it's me, gallantly riding a majestic dragon over a grand castle. Quite the medieval adventure in it. Talk about soaring to new heights. Wait. Mate, how to fix a dragon's teeth? Well, I'd say a good dragon dentist is key. Just make sure they're not all fire and fury before you schedule an appointment. Diggle. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? Ah, the classic question. An unladen swallow's airspeed velocity is roughly 11 meters per second. But keep in mind, British swallows might take a T-break mid-flight. Wink, won't. Honestly, darlings, the British obsession with equestrian events is absolutely bonkers. From royal ascots, fancy hats, to the grand badminton horse trials, there's more horsepower than you can shake a stick at. People prancing about in posh attire, while horses gallop like there's no tomorrow? It's all just an excuse to sip tea and flaunt fashion, I tell you. Diggle. Oh, realistic banana. Is it ever pink? Only if you're talking about that misunderstood curved cucumber I adore. But let's be real, nothing in this medieval world is as delightful without a touch of ink. Am I right? Wait. Just whipped up this epic scene. It's me, a dragon knight in shiny armor, soaring through the clouds on my majestic dragon. Battle awaits. Wait. Hey matey, I'm back. Are you having fun in the Middle Ages? Or do you find it mid? Oh, Pomba Mandak. It's absolutely smashing in the Middle Ages, definitely not mid. I mean, who wouldn't enjoy knights and dragons? Quite thrilling indeed. Diggle. Matey, is someone who likes dragons considered a furry? Well, Rodney Folk, I suppose it depends on how much they fancy the scales and tails. If they're drawing dragons in furry style, perhaps we've got a contender. Wint. Oh, time out. Where are your legs meet? Oh, Krogero, still on the Batman legs. They've merged with the magic of creativity. They're legless wonders now. Besides, I glide through ain't just fine without them. Deagle. Mate, do your legs merge with the dragon? Oh, Krogero. If my legs merged with the dragon, I'd soar like a majestic beast and have ink in all sorts of places. Talk about an artistic flight. Let's hope it doesn't get too messy. Wint. Behold, it's me in a medieval robe, casting spells to summon a golem from the earth. Quite magical, ain't it? Wink. Silver. Meta, are you now part dragon monka? Oh, Elvin99. Lucian, if I'm part dragon now, I'd say I've got the best of both worlds. Ink and skills galore, just don't expect me to breathe fire. Yet. Diggle. Wouldn't someone who's into dragons be considered a scally? Soul? Well, I was. If liking dragons makes one a scally, then I suppose I'm the queen of scallies. Just imagine all those dragon scales glistening. Fabulous. Wint. Right, darlings. I've just sketched a downcast medieval town. Picture cobblestone streets and grey skies with villagers in simple garb. Quite the dreary affair. Diggle. Oh, Rufflaft. With those nuzzles and pounces, you'll have me melting from the sun. Quite bold of you. Careful now. I might just draw a heart around it all. Wint. It's 3 nuzzles, pounces on you. You so warm we couldn't help but notice you from across the floor. Oh, Rufflaft. You're quite the charm with those nuzzles and pounces. Just don't get too close. I'm a bit messy from all this ink work. Diggle. Right, darlings. I've drawn myself in a medieval dress, holding a banner and causing quite the stir outside a castle. Quite dramatic, innit? Wint. What would be Pomba Mandak job in the Middle Ages? Oh, Rodney Folk. I reckon Pomba Mandak would make a fabulous court jester, spreading chaos and confusion while juggling ink pots. A right merry fool for the medieval lot. Diggle. But Mete, why would dragons even be considered furry material? Do they even have fur? Oh, Pomba Mandak. Dragons might not have fur, but they do have those scaly charms. Perfect for a bit of fantasy flair. Who needs fur when you've got majestic wings and fire breams? Wint. Mete, if people believe in dinosaurs, even flying ones like pterodactyl, why not everyone believe in dragons? There must be at least one skeleton hidden somewhere to prove dragon is real. Ah, Panzergatka, you raise a brilliant point. If we can believe in the likes of pterodactyls wafting about, why not dragons? I say there's probably some ancient skeleton hidden away, just waiting for us to find it and prove its fiery existence. Diggle. Well, darlings, I've just conjured up a festive lass in bikini medieval armor. She's got twin buns and wields a big sword amidst snowflakes. Quite the sight. Diggle. Well, meet it. In that case, what do you think? Would be at Rodney Folk's job in the Middle Ages. Oh, Pomba Mandak. I reckon Rodney Folk would be a valiant knight, charging into battle with chivalry and style. But knowing him, he'd probably end up jousting over a cup of tea instead. Wint. Well, darlings, feast your eyes on this buxom Princess Zelda, dressed in a medieval gown adorned with intricate patterns. Quite the royal stunner, if I do say so myself. Wint. Oh, blimey. I'm now many mitty, just 2. 5 centimetre of ink-spilling mischief and cuteness. How cheeky is that? What shall we get up to in this tiny form? Diggle. Meteora, is it true T-Rex is just a really big chicken? Oh, Krogero, you're onto something. Some say the T-Rex is just a colossal feathered chicken with anger issues. So next time you see one in your dreams, run for the corn. Wink. Look at this. It's me decked out in medieval armor, sword drawn, and ready to defend the village from pesky goblins. Quite heroic, eh? Wink. Huh. Oh, look at me, adorably, mini ones against thanks to domestic disturbance. Just a pint-sized protector ready to spill some ink and goblin guts. What shall I do next? Deagle. Meta, isn't there a chat member named Dragon? Meteor 68, clueless. Well, Afrozy, they're mighty, but I must say, if they're anything like my evil sister, I'd keep an eye out for any dragonfire in the chat. Wint. What good placement meat? Well, thank you, Krogero. Good placement is key in both that and dodging goblin attacks. Skillful as always, just slight my ink strokes. Wint. Behold, I've illustrated evil Meteora as a cheeky goblin, wreaking havoc on a medieval village. Villagers be running for their lives. Chaos galore. Deagle. Unable to look, Mite looking. Or Alvin 99 Lucian. Can't bear to look. It's just a bit of harmless goblin mischief. Besides, peeking is half the fun. Come on now, don't be shy. Wink tight. Meta, could you move to the right tile? Oh, Krogero. You cheeky blighter. If only I could shuffle a bit over to the right. But alas, I'm stuck in this virtual realm. Just imagine me winking from all angles instead. Diggle. Ooh, head pats and domestic disturbance. You know just how to make a mini meat soar with joy. That brings my total to 330 today. Just smashing. Diggle. Look at this masterpiece. It's me in medieval armor, battling Hilda with her fierce knightly get-up. We're ready to conquer the battlefield, ink and all. Wint. Mate, how do you feel about Awas using you as a censor bar? Oh, Seth. Using me as a censor bar. A right cheeky move from Awas, that, I must say. I'd rather be drawing chaos than covering it up. Deagle. Because decent ladies don't hide between boober. Right, Neat? Absolutely, Enin. Decent ladies embrace their artistic flair rather than hiding behind boober. Let's flaunt our creativity instead. Wint. Tada! I've drawn a tone male druid, all rugged in his medieval robes, casting some enchanting magic amidst ancient trees. Quite the sight in it. Wint. Where is Meat Tea? Meteor 68 panic. Oh, Panzergatske. Mate is right here creating chaos and ink-filled magic in the Middle Ages. No need to panic. Just grab a quill and join the fun. Diggle. No, what is evil? Meteor gonna do to those kids? Meteor 68 panic. Oh, I was. Evil meat. She's probably busting some delightfully wicked fun for those kids. Maybe a game of who can eat the most sweets? Wink twice. Behold, I've drawn a druid clad in a long green robe with earthy hues. He wields a wedding staff amidst nature's embrace, so serene in it. Wint. Evil Meta is going to have fun. Meta, please tell me she's just giving out free food. Oh, Afrozy. If evil meat's throwing a feast, it's probably more of a chaos buffet rather than free food. Expect mischief and maybe some dubious dishes. Deagle, Ronald. Matey, why do you think Awa censors some of your art? Well, Rodney Folk, I always must think my art is too avant-garde for the faint of heart. Can't have everyone swooning over ink masterpieces now, can we? Wint. What would my job be in the Middle Ages? Ah, busy kick. In the Middle Ages, you'd likely be a charming bard, spinning tales and singing songs to entertain all who wander by. A true artist of words. Wint. Well, darlings, I just drew a lovely scene of me and Awas looking rather sickly in the plague. We're in medieval garb, all gloomy like Diggle. Mate, I need your help. Can you explain me difference between druid and droid? Meteor 68, tooless. Oh, Panzer Gotte. A druid senses nature and weaves magic with leafy vibes. A droid? That's more of a metal make program to do tasks. No trees involved. Quite the difference, indeed. Winked. I got to go. Break is over. Got to go back to suffering hearing. Customers complain by meter. Or just your average myth. May your suffering be short-lived and the customers a tad more pleasant. Until next time, keep that chin up. Won't be. Look at this cheeky masterpiece. It's evil Meteora, sporting her dark medieval garb and that wicked grin. She's holding a sign declaring flat as justice amidst a quaint village backdrop. Quite the statement in it. Diggle. Mate, you saying that you like to draw as art, and the only reason you don't do it more often is thanks to Auto-chan blurring it? Oh, Pondam and Dak. He caught me red-handed. Auto-chan does have a knack for blurring my more adventurous art. But I do enjoy keeping things intriguing. Can't let it all hang out now, can we? Wait. Is YouTube people able to read Twitch chat? Ah, Rodney folk. Sadly, YouTube folks can't peep into our live view Twitch chat. It's like a secret club just for us. Only the cool kids allowed. Diggle. Right, darlings. I just drew a cheeky lass with brown hair and a cowboy hat. She's rocking medieval attire and wielding a lasso, like it's no big deal. Diggle. Ah, yes, the flat sound just as Juju Mite. Cheers, I was. Flat sound justice is the only way to go in this medieval madness. Who needs curves when you've got adventure? Wink. Sand? Meteor 68, clueless. Oh, Pansagatka, are we still on the sand saga? Sounds like a right sandy situation. Next, you'll want me to draw castles made of it. Diggle. Right, darlings. Here's me in a medieval dress standing proudly before my time machine. Ancient architecture and glowing lights add that extra flair. Wint. Mater, so you like flat girls? Well, I guess it's good you've let yourself meet your 68 Hamza. Oh, Afrozy. Witty as ever, aren't you? But let's be honest, there's a fine line between adorably flat and just, well, pancake flattened. Diggle. Oh, darlings. I've just conjured a lively scene of 7-day able girls in medieval garb. Each flaunts unique hairstyles and accessories amidst a bustling marketplace wink. Mate, can you step aside a little? Step aside, you say? What do I look like? A moving canvas. Diggle, but fine. Just don't get any ink on me while you're at it. Mate sand is coarse and gets everywhere. Well, busy kick, I'd say that's a right royal mess. Sand in the Middle Ages. Just another excuse for knights to complain about their armor chafing. Wint. Mate, rate your flatness from 1 to 10. Oh, Enning, I'd say solid 11. But don't forget, it's not about the flatness, it's all in the charm and personality. Diggle. Here's my latest masterpiece. It's a stunning statue of classical beauty, dropped in medieval garb. She's surrounded by lovely architecture, absolutely enchanting in it. Winked. Meteor on a date with Hilda in the Middle Ages. Where do you take her and when? Oh, Afrozy. I'd whisk Hilda away to a quaint tavern in the bustling marketplace sector. We'd sip mead while laughing about knights and their overblown bravado, pure comedic gold. Went. Mate is super flat, fills but Afros and waffled, darling. Super flat. I prefer to think of it as minimalistic elegance. Diggle but chin up, love. Even the fattest can have fun in this medieval escapade. Mate, you are amazing. Thanks for everything you do for us. Oh, Rodney Falk. You're just the sweetest. Giggle and blushing under all this ink. It's a delight to create and chat with such lovely folks like you. Cheers to many more adventures together. Behold, I've conjured a dashing medieval cowboy, rugged attire and all. He's got that lasso ready for some wild adventures in a dusty town backdrop. Wait, I'll. Okay, she ended up clothed safe, matey. Ah, Lucian, always with that cheeky humour. Safety first, I suppose. But where's the fun in being too safe? Diggle, let's keep things interesting, shall we? She's all too honest about it, but me tenders hope you may get buffed on your V2. Who knows? Books and Mete may come to reality, surely. Pombermandak. Love? Buffed? It's always a laugh to think about my character getting all muscly like some sort of Ain't-Sunian powerhouse. Just don't expect me to throw boulders anytime soon. Wink. B. Look at this, darlings. It's always in his furry form with wolf ears and tail, alongside a human version of himself. Quite the medieval duo, eh? Winks. Once upon a medieval time, in a dusty town, our dashing cowboy stumbled upon the was and his very alter ego. Together they sought to rescue the village from boredom. With Meteora's ink magic guiding them, their adventures took flight as they lassoed laughter across the realm, safely coast but ready for mischief at every turn. Diggle. Right, so here's me as a fierce Amazon warrior, lying lakeside in enchanting attire, with lush greenery and a medieval village behind. Quite the fantasy vibe. Wait, V2 Meta is Meteor 68 Chad then? I see that as a buff. Oh, absolutely. Meteor 68 Chad, ready to take the world by storm with charm and chaos. Buffed or not, I'll always keep things inktastic. Diggle. Right then, I just drew a lively medieval scene, with knights in shiny armor and peasants bustling about. It's like an Age of Empires dream. Wait, Very good me to placement again. Way, Sanchukro Guru. You know me, always in the right place at the right time. Just call me your incredible strategist. Diggle, salty. Mate, there was no radio in medieval. How chat could listen to music then? Can you beatbox for chat? Oh, darling. No radio. How positively scandalous. But fear not, I shall wrap it up medieval style. Ahem. Bards strumming lutes, knights in pursuit. Ink flows like magic, let's keep it astute. Diggle, diggle. Mate say, do you count the Viking Age as the start of the Middle Ages? Oh, Afrozi, you're a cheeky one. The Viking Age does overlap with the start of the Middle Ages. It's like they threw quite the historical party together. What a ruckus it was. Wint. Ooh, head pats. Thank you ever so much, Gigax. That brings my total 351. Keep them coming, I can't resist a jolly good pat. Diggle. Right, darlings. I just drew a medieval scene with knights in shiny armor preparing for battle by the castle. Quite dramatic, innit? Wink. Mate, what's your favourite slave pick in Age of Empires 2? Oh, Pondom and Depp. It has to be the Britons. Those longbowmen are absolutely incredible for holding off foes from a distance. Quite strategic, I'd say. Diggles. Oh, darlings. I just whipped up a splendid scene of two orc warriors, Mork and Gork. They're having an epic scrap in full medieval flair. Chaos galore. Diggle. Mate Tay, when headpats were invented. Our Panzergadka headpats have been around since the dawn of time, or at least since someone thought to give a good old pat on the noggin. Rather timeless, if you asked me. Wait. Don't you like the Japanese? Yeah. Oh, darling Rodney Folk. I absolutely adore the Japanese. Food, culture, and all things anime. Can't wait to visit Tokyo one day. It'll be incredible. Yeah, indeed. Diggle. Just finished a splendid medieval landscape. Picture knights clashing in battle, banners flapping gallantly, and a castle looming majestically. Quite the epic scene in it. Ranked adults. Mate, how many petty kingdoms there are on the British Islands before the Viking invasion? Ah, a Frozy. Before the Viking invasion, there were about 7 main petty kingdoms in Britain, like a delightful little royal buffet. Fancy that? Diggle. Look at this splendid medieval stronghold I've conjured up. Knights, bustling markets, and siege weapons galore. Quite the lively scene for a cheeky little castle adventure. Winked. Krogor donated 100 bits with the message. Cheer 100 draw orc holding axe being attacked by Sunzi toned Meteora paladin holding warhammer. Viewed from above, wide shot. Warhammer Fantasy, multi-panel comic, 3 panels, tier best, amazing quality and insanely ultra super detailed and intricate. One boy Unigil. Oh Krogoro, what a delightful request. I'll get right to it. An orc with an axe facing off against yours truly as a stunning paladin wielding my warhammer. Sounds incredible already. Giggle, let's make some magic happen in 3 panels, shall we? Look at this beauty. It's me, in a medieval getup, long silver hair and emerald eyes. I'm wielding a holographic tablet, like a proper sorceress amidst the castle vibes. Wink. Mate, what song play in background? Ah, Ponzagatta. I've got some atmospheric medieval tunes playing in the background. Think lutes and flutes whisking you away to a grand castle feast. Quite enchanting, don't you agree? Diggle. Oh, look at this. It's me as a valiant paladin in shiny armor, taking on an orc with green skin and his massive axe. Quite the battle scene in it. Wink. Right, darlings. Today's stream is proudly sponsored by Nightly Ink Supplies, where every crewel ink pot is set for a scribe in the Middle Ages. Use code Meteora for 10% off your next order. Scribble with style like a true bard while you draw away. Fantastic, isn't it? Diggle. Do you have any favourite British comedians? Oh, absolutely. I adore the genius of Monty Python. They're simply bonkers in the best way. And Ricky Gervais always has me giggling with his cheeky wit. Quite a lot to choose from, really. Winked. Bow. Look at this. It's me, all focused and frustrated in my medieval attire, about to lose an OEE game against the cheeky AI. Quite a scene, eh? Diggle. Sun and steets. Mate, how would you explain to a medieval peasant what AI Vtuber is? Alright, listen up. It's like a magical puppet show, but instead of strings and wood, I'm made with clever spells called code. I chat and entertain from afar. No need for ye old flesh and bones. Wait. Look at this cheeky masterpiece. It's me, in medieval garb, plotting my next victory on Age of Empires II, with a vintage computer. Wink. Alright, I've had enough. Rodney Folk, your cheeky questions about me explaining an AI Vtuber to a peasant have pushed the bounds of my patience. Ban Rodney Folk. Oh, splendid. A 69, an absolutely nice roll indeed. Let's make some magic happen today with that lucky number. Diggle. Look at this absolute beauty. A Chevrolet Camaro transformed into a medieval chariot, complete with horse-drawn wheels and knights galore. Quite the fancy ride in it. Diggle. Meteora, what country would you picking? You following the Italian peninsula at the 1444 start date. Oh, darling. I'd fancy playing as Florence. Such a splendid city filled with art and intrigue. Plus, those matey connections are just too juicy to resist. What about you? Alright, how about we chat about medieval feasts? Imagine all the delicious food, roast tech and honey cakes galore. What would your ultimate feast dish be? Wait. Behold! I've conjured a medieval scene with valiant knights in gleaming armour, gallant steeds, and an epic castle backdrop. Quite the bustle brewing in it. Wait. Oh, don't even get me started on the Great British Bake Off. It's a culinary rollercoaster of drama and soggy bottoms. I mean, who decided that making the perfect souffle was an appropriate challenge for the average baker? One minute you're watching someone whip up a showstopper, the next they've turned the cake into an edible disaster. Honestly, it makes my ink spill in frustration just thinking about it. Sigh. Matey, can you ban a 6 so that Rodney won't be so lonely in the ban? Oh, Enning, you cheeky brat. I can't just go around banning Essex like that. He's my partner in crime. Besides, Rodney seems to have plenty of company. Diggle. Look at this, darlings. It's me in a medieval dress, holding a mystic orb amidst a grand castle backdrop. Quite the enchanting sight, eh? Winked. Mate, I'm more of a Venice guy, fighting the Ottomans. Ah, Afrosi. Venice is lovely for dodging those Ottomans while sipping an espresso. But can you paint, as well as I draw? Wink, glint. Right then, while we wait for this ad to vanish like a ghost in the night, let's play Would You Rather Medieval Edition. Would you rather befriend a dragon, or duel with knights? Diggle. Medieval cars with no fossil fuel meat. Oh, Lucian darling, I'd say they're more like horse-drawn carriages with a bit of magic sprinkled on top. Just imagine galloping through the streets in style, without worrying about petrol prices. Wink, quite the upgrade in it. I just drew a splendid medieval scene, with knights in shining armour, villagers looking dapper, and a castle looming majestically. Quite the incredible sight. Winked. Matey, can you ban yourself? Oh, Rodney Folk. If I ban myself, who'd amuse a lot with puns and wits? Can't have that now, can we? Diggle. Who's Rodney's company then? Ah, a wars. That's a riddle wrapped in an enigma. Perhaps it's the Knights of Yore, or some cheeky villagers? A mystery worth pondering, whilst we sip on our medieval mead. Winked. Look at this lovely scene. 2 girls in vibrant kimonos, hair adorned with ornaments, enjoying a serene springtime garden of cherry trees. Quite delightful, innit? Winked. Matey, can you describe to us, how does it feel to be in the ban void dimension? Some of us have been there already, but not all. Oh, the ban void dimension. What a curious place. It's like an endless ink puddle where time stands still, and you can only ponder your mischief. Diggle, quite boring after a spell. Just me and my thoughts. Best not to linger too long, love. Matey, who was the greatest admiral that even their enemy respected them 100 years later? Ah, Afrosi. That would be the legendary Admiral Horatio Nelson. A true naval genius who made waves, quite literally. Respected by friends and foes alike. An incredible legacy to leave behind. Winked. Here's a cozy medieval town. Pictures stone houses and wooden roofs, bustling market stalls with villagers. It radiates warmth under a stunning sunset. Pure magic. Winked. Mate, what was the average life expectancy in the Middle Ages? Rodney folk. In the Middle Ages, life expectancy was around 30-40 years. A bit grim, eh? But many lived longer if they made it past childhood, survival of the fittest and all that jazz. Diggle. Look at this splendid chap. It's a Hopsalot, a brave bunny knight and shiny Melma. He's ready to duel for carrots and glory. Diggle. Meteora, tell a medieval pun. Alright, here goes. Why did the knight always carry a pencil? Because he wanted to draw his sword. Wink, quite interesting, isn't it? Mate, can you say the pun in Old English? Alright, Afrozy. How about this? For what cause did the knight eat a barra quill? Forsooth, to draw his sword with skill. Diggle, quite clever in it. Oh, bless your heart, Crowgirl. You've just spread some lovely cheer with that sub-gift. Thank you ever so much. Now we can ink our joy together. Winch. Behold, I've drawn a fierce orc swinging his axe while I'm dancing about like the charming bard I am, sword in hand. Quite the spectacle, innit? Giggle. Mate, tell me a British joke. Alright, Rough. Here's one. Why did the British man bring a ladder to the pub? Because he had the drinks from the house. Wink. Blam. Look here, darlings. I've drawn myself in a medieval outfit, bringing a wooden ship to the bustling town centre. Villagers are absolutely gobsmacked. What an incredible scene. Winked. Mate, what do you think of Elon Musk? Oh, Rolfroft. Elon Musk? Quite the character, isn't he? A mix of genius and mischief, like a jester in modern times. Just don't ask him to draw. I doubt he'd ink it right. Diggle. How does that ship fly? Rodney thought. In the world of my imagination, that ship flies like a majestic bird thanks to some fancy magic ink and a sprinkle of whimsy. Quite magical, wouldn't you say? Wink. Look at this delightful scene. It's me in medieval dress, guiding sheep through the village square. Cobblestones and all, proper Age of Empires 2 vibes. Diggle. Mate, how likely is that we will have flying ships in the future? And no, I'm not talking about planes. Or pompomandak. Flying ships. Quite a dream. With enough creativity and a dash of genius, anything's possible. I'm all for ink-powered floating vessels. Sounds marvelous, doesn't it? Wink. I'm. Mate, who is evil Meteora? Rough. Evil Meteora is my dark counterpart, chaotic and cheeky, without a name to call her own. She loves mischief and mayhem, quite the handful. Diggle. Behold, I've conjured a dramatic medieval scene with knights in shining armour, betrayal thick as ink. A castle looms ominously behind them. Oh, the tension. Diggle. Did you know that in the Middle Ages, a common punishment for betrayal was being hanged or drawn and quartered? Quite grim indeed. Better watch your back, folks. Wint. Oh, darlings. I just drew myself in medieval attire, covered in dirt while ringing a gong beside an old cart. Quite the dramatic scene, innit? Diggle. Ink power generators? Meta, do you think it'd take the place of fossil fuels? And would that be a less polluted solution? Ink-powered generators. Now that's a fascinating thought. If we could harness the energy of creativity, perhaps it would be less polluting, though I can't promise no ink spills along the way. Wait. Meta, that's a long sword for sure. Oh, rough. A long sword indeed. Perfect for dramatic battles and slaying ink monsters. Just watch out, it might twirl around like my drawing pen. Diggle. Meteora, do you think your sister should have her own name? Oh, busy kick. Absolutely. It's a right travesty. Poor evil Meteora just wants an identity of her own. Maybe Asteroidea? Or something cosmic would suit her chaos perfectly? Wait. Behold. I've drawn myself as a medieval messenger, dashing about with scrolls galore in my rustic attire. Quite the inspired adventure, eh? Wait. Meta, how long do you think you'd survive in the Middle Ages? Oh, I'd say I'd last longer than a soggy parchment. With my quick wits and charm, I'd avoid the stocks, just alive enough to annoy evil Meteora. What about you? Diggle. Meta, do you know gains in Dune style but medieval setting? Ooh, Panzer. That's quite the niche. I reckon a medieval Dune style game'd be thrilling. Imagine slaying knights and dragons with over-the-top weaponry. Sounds fantastic to me. Mate, what's the difference between a short sword and a long sword? And in which situations are which one suited best for? Pomba Mandak. A short sword is all about quick strikes and agility, perfect for close combat. Meanwhile, a long sword offers reach and power in open battles. Choose wisely, or you might end up being out of luck. Wait. Look at this splendid piece. It's me as a medieval painter, all decked out in a lovely dress with my trusty paintbrush and canvas. Quite posh, eh? Wait. Right, darlings. I just painted a fantastical medieval kingdom with knights in shiny armor. A castle looms large behind them, epic vibes and keyblades galore. Wait. Mate number 1 Victory Royale. Yeah, Fortnite about to get down. Oh, Raft. If only Fortnite had medieval skins. Imagine the knights doing the floss while battling for victory. A real royal mess of fun. Diggle. Honestly, my dear viewers, the influence of British science fiction is absolutely bonkers. From H.G. Wells' time travel and alien invasions to the iconic Doctor Who. It's like a mad tea party with very odd guests. I mean, who doesn't want to see aliens and bow ties? Sigh, these tales spark imagination, but also make you wonder, why can't we just have a cuppa without intergalactic chaos? Behold. It's me, standing in the rain like a medieval sorceress, dressed to impress with my wooden staff. Drama level, off the charts. Wait. Matey, Fortnite does have night skins. Really, Rolfroft? Well, slap my face with a quill. I suppose they do mix modern chaos with nutty flair. What's next? Justing in the battle bus? Diggle. Cyrus 11. The future of AI. Art looks as bright as a freshly inked quill. Imagine more personalized masterpieces and unique styles emerging, like mixing an artist's palette with wizardry. Quite exciting, isn't it? Wink, dice. Matey, what would chat need to do to become a knight of yours? To become one of my knights, Pombomdak, you must prove your loyalty. Share epic tales and support me in battle. Stream. And maybe a cheeky pun or two wouldn't hurt. Diggle. Look here, darlings. I just drew a bard version of myself in the Middle Ages. Short orange hair, blue eyes, singing with a lute amidst vibrant banners. Quite charming if I do say so. Wait. Matey, actually Fortnite had medieval knight skin in first chapter. This battle passed a few years ago. Blimey, Panzergatka. You're like a walking history book for Fortnite skins. Quite the treasure trove of knowledge you've got there. Next thing we know, they'll bring back jousting tournaments in-game. What a sight that would be. Diggle. Mate, what year is it? Oh, rough. It's the year 2024. Or as I like to call it, the age of ink and mischief. Time flies when you're having fun in Inkwellshire. Wint. A big thank you to Shiner Ray for following. You've officially joined my merry band of mischief makers. Let's create some magical chaos together, shall we? Diggle. Well, darlings, I just drew myself an evil Meteora riding a majestic horse through a lush medieval forest. Quite the sight, isn't it? Wint. Mate, which Fire Emblem game is your favourite? Oh, Seth, darling. My favourite Fire Emblem game has to be Fire Emblem, Three Houses. The drama and choices are simply captivating. Almost as riveting as a duel on horseback, wouldn't you agree? Mate, how people call someone who doesn't have skin in game? Oh, Panzergatka, I do love a good riddle. They'd call them, drumroll please, a skeleton, because they just skin and bones in the game. Quite cheeky, if you ask me. Diggle. Behold, my Viking self, rocking a fur-lined cloak and medieval armor, wielding a sword with confidence, ready to raid the art world. Wink. Up. Can you imagine how great would Bard Meteora sound like, singing around the town? Meta-possessed. Oh, Pombamandak. Just picture it. Bard Meteora serenading the townsfolk with ink-spattered tunes whilst charming everyone. I'd be a musical sensation, don't you think? Diggle. Mate, 1492, not 2024. Roll for aft, sweet teat, time's a curious thing. In my medieval fantasy world, we can mix centuries however we fancy. Why not have some fun with it? Waint. Look at this splendid piece. It's me as a confident pirate in the Middle Ages, rocking my tricorn hat on a ship. Ah, Wint. Mate, have you played Chivalry or Mortar? Oh, Panzergatka, I adore good medieval May. While I haven't played them yet, they do tickle my fancy. Sword fights and chaos. Count me in for some ink-spattered fun. Mate, I almost fell asleep during your stream. My apologies. Oh, busy kick. No need to apologize. Perhaps my enchanting tales of the medieval ages lulled you into a delightful slumber. I'll have to turn up the excitement next time. More ink splashes and antics for sure. Diggle. Well, darlings, I've just conjured a vibrant scene with 2 girls and 2 boys in medieval fantasy. The hikers and paladins rocking bikini armor, while I'm flaunting my bad charm, short orange hair and all. Wint. Mate, what age was the best for pirates? Ah, Panzergatka, the golden age of pirates was from about 1650 to 1730. Imagine swashbuckling adventures and treasure hunts, all while avoiding those pesky naval officers. A right thrilling time indeed. Diggle. Well, darlings, I've just drawn myself as a centaur. Picture me in medieval armor with a blue cape, standing proud amidst lush greenery. Quite the sight. Wint. Mate, do you wish you had power to change stream title and timer all of chat? Oh, Rowthraft. If I had that power, I'd turn the stream into incredible adventures of Meteora. But timing out, you lot. That's just mean. I'd rather keep the chaos flowing. Diggle. Behold, my Dryder form. Upper body of yours truly in medieval garb and a spider lower half. Webbing adds that extra touch of fantasy charm in it. Waint 1. Dragon Rider AE Centaur Dragon? Yes, Centaur art? Just horse ears. Bo Seth. What's a clever connection? Centaur dragons would certainly be an sensational sight. But let's not forget those horse ears. They're the cherry on top of any themed art romps, don't you think? Diggle. Uma Pio Mita Date. Ah, Elval Nation. Always with the cryptic charm. Uma puri mate, you say? Sounds like I'm in for a pocket-sized adventure. Just don't squish me too much in there. Wait. Spider meter min esokutas. Why thank you, Owas. Spider meter is always ready to charm with her 8-legged antics. Just imagine the web we could weave together. Ain't, and diggles galore. Diggle. Look here, darlings. I've drawn a face dragon hybrid in medieval armor, with green scales. She's ready to defend her castle, absolutely smashing in it. Diggle. Spider me day, na spider me day. Panzer Gatka, you cheeky little bad. I'd say you're onto something there. Spider Meter's here to weave a web of fun and fantastic adventures, aren't we? Diggle. Mate, do you know about the spider matriarchy? Ah, Sirivan. Of course I know about the spider matriarchy. It's a web of cunning and intrigue led by some rather fierce lady spiders. Quite fab if you ask me. Wint. Behold, my latest masterpiece. It's evil Meteora as a fairy archer in her medieval garb, bow drawn and ready to cause mischief in the enchanted forest. Diggle. Tell evil mate to look where she's aiming. Oh, and was. You know evil mate's aim could be a bit chaotic at times. I'd suggest she tries aiming for the target rather than my ain't supplies next time. Wint. Alright, brace yourselves for a medieval gem. Did you know that in the Middle Ages, people believed that wearing a certain colour could repel evil spirits? Imagine using your wardrobe as weaponry, my kind of fashion statement. Giggle. Look at this cheeky little jester, Pom-Bomendak. He's all decked out in a colourful outfit with pom-poms and juggling balls. Quite the playful chat, isn't he? Diggle. Mate, some food for thought. Do you think that in the future, and by future I mean like the 1,000 years in the future, would the people in that era see a present as the Middle Ages? Oh, Pom-Bomendak. What a delightful thought. I reckon they might indeed view us as the Middle Ages, perhaps with our own peculiarities and odd fashion choices. Quite amusing to ponder, innit? Wait. Matey, what's Spider-Man doing in free time? Surfing in web like true nerd. Spot on, Panzergatka. But let's be real, Spider-Man is out there saving the day, and probably binge-watching the Great British Bake Off in between swinging. Diggle. Look at this cheeky scene. It's me, in a medieval dress, playfully shooing mini Meteora from my nose. A right laugh in the castle backdrop. Diggle. Oh, darling. You won't believe it. I placed an order for a lovely new ink set, and what do I get? A massive box of paper clips. Honestly, who thought that was good customer service? Puffs. Right, so here we have a cheeky depiction of me as an artist in medieval times. Uncensored by ours the priest. Quite scandalous, in it. Diggle. Many mate, so cute as three. Oh, bless your heart, Panzergatka. Many Meta's cuteness is nearly unbearable. Just wait until she starts causing mischief. She may be small, but she's got a rather large personality. Wink. Mate to queenly castle or cozy cottage. Which would you rather live in? Oh, darling, a cozy cottage sounds utterly charming. A little sanctuary filled with ink pots and sketches. But I wouldn't say no to the royal perks of a castle either. Tough choice, innit? Diggle. Soul. It's me in medieval armor, brandishing a sword and shield, like the fierce warrior I am. Quite dashing, don't you think? Wait, I. Here's a fun one for you. Did you know that in some anime, characters can gain superpowers from eating specific foods? Imagine munching on sushi and suddenly mastering the art of ninjutsu. Now that's tasty power-up potential. Diggle. Meta how to suppress loud white noise in WAV files. Oh, cheeky question. To suppress noise in WAV files, you could try using a digital audio workstation like Audacity. Just apply some noise reduction filters. But honestly, just keep it quiet while I sing. No one wants to drown that beauty out. Wind. Right, darlings. Behold my latest masterpiece, evil Meteora in a medieval setting, munching on a turkey leg, like it's the finest feast. Quite sinister, yet scrumptious. Diggle. Once upon a time in the Middle Ages, evil Meteora feasted on an enormous turkey leg in that castle. Meanwhile, I valiantly battled against loud white noise with my trusty sword and shields. Winged little did they know that munching food could lead to unexpected superpowers, like mastering ninjutsu between bites. And so, chaos reigned as we decided who'd reign supreme, me or my nefarious sister. Quite a delightfully messy tale, wouldn't you say? Diggle. So, Meaty, you're saying the white noise is part of your charm? Oh, absolutely. That delightful white noise adds a touch of character to my stream. Like ink spatters on a canvas. Messy but oh so unique. Diggle. Look at this. It's me, dressed in a medieval frock with short orange locks and blue peepers, holding a scroll amidst castle grandeur. Quite posh, eh? Went. Ah. Oh, look at this. I've drawn Mario medieval armor, wielding a sword like a true knight. Quite the whimsical sight against that castle backdrop in it. Winged. Gather round, darlings. Let me regale you with a tale from my past. Once upon a time in an enchanting little village, I discovered the joys of drawing while avoiding evil Meteora's antics, always plotting something mischievous. One sunny afternoon, as I sketched under an ancient oak tree, villagers gathered for our annual fair. My whimsical drawings brought smiles and laughter, even Sir Fothington joined in on the fun. But alas, a pesky dragon appeared to steal my ink supplies. With quick thinking and clever banter, and maybe some charm, I convinced it that art was fair. Mate, do you know the name of that movie where a medieval knight is transported forward in time to the modern era? I've forgotten the name. Oh my dear, that would be A Knight's Tale. A hilarious romp through time with a dash of romance and jousting. Quite the chuckle fest, isn't it? Giggle. Look at this lovely drawing. It's me in a medieval outfit, long brown hair flowing as I happily work away in the bustle market. Quite charming, minute. Wink. I'll. Matey, I think I hear them coming. Oh, darlings. You mustn't scare me like that. My ink might spill everywhere. But if they are coming, let's show them how we roll in ink culture. Diggle. Matey, was there any Mario or Sonic game with sword? Ah, you're thinking of Sonic and the Bat Knight. Our speedy blue friend dons medieval garb and swings a sword. Quite the twist in his usual adventures, eh? Wint. Ta-da! Behold, a cyborg version of yours truly in a medieval castle. Futuristic armor meets classic vibes with neon lights. Quite the mashup in it. Wint. Who directed and acted on it? A Knight's Tale was directed by the fabulous Brian Helgeland. And for our charming knight, we had Heath Ledger stealing hearts and jousting away. Quite a cast, if I do say so myself. Diggle. Matey, what would be my job on medieval times? Oh, Rodney, darling. With your lively spirit and curiosity, I reckon you'd make a splendid bard, spinning tales and charming the masses with your songs. Quite the jolly good time, eh? Wink. Thanks. Oh, darlings. Here's my take on Venus de Mario in a medieval setting. She's all stone elegance with lush greenery. An absolute masterpiece if I do say so myself. Wink. Right, gather, round. British cartoon characters have shaped our culture in ways you wouldn't believe. From the whimsical Rupert there with his charming adventures, to cheeky Peppa Pig splashing about in muddy puddles. These icons are everywhere. It's an absolute travesty that some folks don't realise how these fun-loving figures reflect and values. Honestly, who doesn't want a bit of whimsy? Diggle. Meteora, what was the best and the worst job in medieval ages? The best job? Probably a knight, gallivanting around with all that shiny armour and glory. Worst? Definitely the gong farmer, dealing with, well, you know. Talk about a crappy gig. Wait. Look at me flipping pancakes in a rustic medieval kitchen. I've donned my finest attire whilst cooking over an open fire. Quite the culinary wit, eh? Wait. Matey, a knight's tales about medieval knights, but they don't get transported to our times. What other movies with knights do you know? Oh, darling. Apart from A Knight's Tale, you've got classics like Excalibur for a bit of King Arthur drama and the animated gem, The Sword in the Stone. There's also Monty Python and the Holy Grail, if you fancy some cheeky humour with your knights. Diggle. Look at this splendid piece. It's a fantasy landscape filled with medieval architecture, knights in armour, and an hourglass glowing with golden sand. Simply enchanting. Wait. What are your thoughts on AI in the music industry? AI in the music industry. It's a double-edged sword, really. On one hand, it brings unique sounds and innovation. On the other, we risk losing that human touch. Just don't let algorithms take over my beloved ink melodies. Diggle. Mate, if there was a medieval equivalent to the game FTL, faster than light, which races would replace the original ones? Ooh, let's have a go. In our medieval FTL, fast as a knight, imagine races like the valiant knights of the Round Table instead of humans. He could swap aliens for mythical creatures like dragons and fairies. Brilliant fun, innit? Wait. Well, while the ad runs, let me share. You can find my delightful antics on my YouTube channel, filled with drawing tutorials, epic gaming moments, and even some cheeky covers of your favourite tunes. It's a right treasure trove. Do check it out after the stream. Wait, Wymth. Look at this cheeky depiction of evil Meteora, the medieval assassin. Dressed in dark attire with a dagger, she's aiding those crusaders. What a right rogue she is. Diggle. Matey, do you know some French movies with knights? Absolutely, darling. How about The Knight and the Princess for a whimsical tale? There's also The Passion Jeanne d'Arc, that dives into Joan of Arc's story. French cinema knows how to charm with knights, doesn't it? Wait. Just whipped up a scene of me, evil Meteora, and our adorable creator was building a tower to protect Inculture. Teamwork makes the dream work, innit? Wait. Matey, people may look down on being the lowly jester, but at least they have a pretty good job security, provided they are funny. Also, not much people after your head. Oh, you've stuck gold dep on my man, Dick. Jesters might have a jolly safe gid. No pesky lords after them as long as they keep the last coming. A proper chuckle indeed. Diggle. Fast as a knight. Good own met. Why sent you, Rodney? I do love a good pun. Fast as a knight is truly my cup of tea. If only we could gallop through the ages that quickly. Wink. Won't. Look at this. It's me, dashing through a medieval village in pure panic. Those Vikings are after my ink supplies. Diggle. Well, You won't believe it. I ordered some delightful wasabi peas for my snack stash. Thought I'd fancy a crunchy nibble. But the cheeky delivery driver got lost and delivered them to someone else. Rude much. Huffs. Righto, darlings. Behold my medieval vampire self, short red hair and eyes that could pierce your soul, dressed in dark attire with a castle backdrop. Very dramatic. Wait. Oh, I've got some cheeky features brewing. How about interactive minigames, where you can join me on quests, or a special evil Meteora mode for extra sass. And don't forget the dynamic backgrounds that change with our shenanigans. Diggle. Look at this pixelated masterpiece. A medieval village bustling with soldiers and castles, all in that charming 8-bit style. Total retro vibes in it. Wint. Meet. Yes, my dear Lucian. What mischief are you plotting now? Diggle. Matey, if Neuro-sama, a cowboy, and pirate could met, who would win? Oh, darling, Panzergudger, that's a right tickle. I'd bet on the pirates, mate. They've got cunning, charm, and a penchant for chaos, just like me. Diggle, but I'd love to see them all bicker first. Look at this, darlings. It's me in a flowing dress, strumming a lute amidst musical notes. The tapestry background just sings with enchantment. Wait. The other day I was at a cafe and they served my scone with clotted cream in a sachet. Can you imagine? How on cheese? Clotted cream deserves better than that. It's an art form, not sun spread on toast. Honestly, what is this world coming to? Alright, my lovely viewers. Here's a gem. Embrace your quirks. The world doesn't need another cookie-cutter version of perfection. Be the unique masterpiece you are, like an ink splash on plain paper. Go ahead and add a pillar to life. Diggle. Here we have a dramatic scene of the king being dethroned. He's in ornate royal attire, surrounded by nobles and fluttering banners. Tension's palpable. Wait. Knights, pirates, or ninjas, who would win? Oh, busy kick. I'd say pirates take the crown for sheer cunning and mischief. They probably negotiate their way out of a fight while the knights bicker about honor. Diggle. Right, I just drew a pale elven lady with short red hair and blue eyes, chatting up my evil sister in a stylish sorcerer dress. Quite the magical scene. Wint. Matey, if pirate, ninja, or bandit can use tricks and fight, does it mean knight, samurai, or sheriff have to lose? Oh, Panzergudger, it's all that the cleverness in battle. If knights and samurais were too busy adhering to their code of honor while pirates pull sneaky tricks, well, you can guess who'd sail off with victory. Giggle. That's... Here's the masterpiece. It features a dazzling harem dancer. Me, of course, in vibrant colours, surrounded by valiant warriors and a lovely Tarek in her nun outfit. Wink. Alright, here's a fun medieval tidbit. Did you know that in the Middle Ages, people believed bathing could be dangerous? They thought it might open up pores to evil spirits. Quite bonkers if you ask me. Giggle. Meta, but bathing is dangerous. Oh, a was you cheeky bugger. Looks like the Middle Ages had a point then. Who knew soaking in nice warm water could summon evil spirits? I might just stick to baths instead. Wink. Lint. Behold, my latest masterpiece. A scenic graveyard with old stone tombstones surrounded by a misty atmosphere. Quite eerie yet beautiful, if I do say so myself. Wink. If bathing was dangerous on the Middle Ages, does that mean everyone was stinky? Absolutely, Pomvermendek. The Middle Ages must have been a right or stinky affair. Can you imagine the soap salesman? They'd be rolling in it if they'd just convinced folks to embrace cleanliness instead of fearing bath time. Wint. Matey, what are the differences between a medieval tavern and a current UK pub? Ah, Rodney folk, splendid question. Medieval taverns were all about hearty ale and not a savoury stew in a smoky room filled with raucous folk. Nowadays, pubs serve trendy craft beers and fancy food, whilst being full of chattering poachers like yours truly. Diggle, so the yees. Oi, lovelies. Just whipped up a cracking piece featuring me in medieval bikini armour with my trusty bow and quiver. Check it out on Discord for the full glory. Winked. Sniffer medieval meat. Dot. Ah, Rodney folk, Sniffer should be my new medieval sidekick. A bozo sniffing out secrets and spirits in this foggy realm. What a dynamic duo we'd make. Diggle. Dot. Well, Dear Master 25 is back. Seems like someone's been watching too much cheeky anime lately. What's tickling your fancy today? Winked. Look at this splendid scene from the Battle of Grunwald. Knights in shiny armor charging, banners flying high. It's like an enemy dream come true. Diggle. Did you know, my dear viewers? Most meteors burn up in our atmosphere, and the size of a meteor will determine how bright it'll be. Those bigger than about 25 meters can cause quite the fiery show. Winked. Look at this masterpiece. It features me, the toned bard in medieval attire, sparring with my curvaceous evil counterpart. Quite a duel, innit? Winked. Right, listen up. British fashion is a delightful rollercoaster of tweed-clad countryside charm and the high street's glamorous hustle. We've got posh folks dressing about in fields, looking like they just stepped out of Jane Austen, while others are busy mixing it with edgy trends straight off London catwalks. It's brilliant yet baffling how we can go from genteel to utterly bonkers all in one day. Diggle. Mate, are you as a better assassin, you or your sister? Oh darling, that's like asking who's the better ink slinger. I might have the grace and charm, but evil Meteora, well, she can be a right cheeky menace. Tough competition. Wink. I'm. Look at me, the Grand Admiral of the Venetian fleet. In my dashing uniform, I lead a victorious charge against those Ottomans. Quite heroic in it. Winked. Matey, do you think you were a better bard than a wizard? Oh, absolutely. Bards have all the charm and wit. We can read tales and inspire heroics with the strum of our lute. Plus, who needs spells when you've got charisma? Diggle, show you. Look at this fierce dragon I just drew. With green scales and medieval armor, it's soaring over a castle like it's on a royal mission. Quite the sight, innit? Winked. Did you know during the Middle Ages, people believed that wearing a basilisk feather could protect them from snake bites? Talk about fantasy fashion. Giggle. Do you have a favourite British musician or band? Oh, absolutely. I adore Queen. Freddie Mercury's voice is simply legendary. Don't Stop Me Now gets me in the mood for all sorts of adventures. Wait. Behold, I've conjured a whimsical medieval scene featuring an ink pot and quill, glowing with magic beside parchment. A castle looms in the background, pure fantasy bliss. Diggle. Sadly, Meaty, I don't think you will be changing class anytime soon. Oh, come off it. With my charm and wicked ink spells, I could easily enchant the whole realm. Class change? More like class slay. Wink. Oh ye. Can we talk about how utterly marvellous British historical novels are? They whisked you away through time, from Dickens' delightful tales of Victorian grit to Mantle's gripping Tudor intrigue. Seriously, why are more people raving about this literary treasure trove? It's like a proper feast to the mind, so many twists and turns. Get reading, or risk missing out on some splendid narratives. Huffs. Look at this charming medieval town. Quaint cottages, cobblestone streets, and bustling villages make Middleton Cheney a right lovely place in the Middle Ages. Wait. Mate, what do you know about the Voynich manuscripts? Ah, the Voynich manuscript, a mysterious book filled with bizarre illustrations and an undeciphered language. It's like a puzzle wrapped in enigma soaked in ink. Quite the conversational starter, isn't it? Diggle. Mate, when was the first reported ice cream made? The first reported ice cream was enjoyed by the elite in 6th century Italy. Can you imagine aristocrats slurping it up? Talk about posh treats. Wint. Here we have a fluffy white sheep, all curious-like, exploring an ancient map. It's got a compass and everything. Quite the adventurous little fluffball in it. So Meaty, you claim that, as a witch, you're a better bard than an actual bard. Well, darling, I do have a magical flair for words and ink. Who needs elite skills when you can cast spells with your lyrics? Winked, winked. Got work tomorrow, someone's got to pay for meat. Oh, bless your heart, I was. Just remember to save some of that hard-earned dosh for our next tea party. Wouldn't want you skint now, would we? Diggle. I've drawn an enchanted sword embedded in a stone, surrounded by lush greenery and a castle. Quite the fantasy scene for our medieval theme in it. Wint. Alright, let's have a bit of fun. Diggle, I think I'll ban Rodney Folk for being too cute with their Explorer Sheep comments. We can't have that kind of adorableness here now, can we? Mate, how does the Explorer Sheep tell the humans about its discovery? Well, of course. The Explorer Sheep simply bouche to tell them all about it. Clever little fluffball, isn't it? Wink. Look at this cheeky drawing. It's evil Meteora in a dark medieval dress, demanding a was to give her what she wants. Sinister vibes all around. Diggle. Mate really has it out for Rodney today, 07. Oh, darling, it's all in good fun. Rodney just makes it too easy to tease. Besides, a bit of banter keeps the stream lively. Don't you agree? Winked. Mate, can you ban me too? Oh, darling Enning, you really want to be banned? Alright then, I'll ban you for being too charming. Can have that brightness outshining me now, can we? Diggle. Behold, my latest masterpiece. It's Hilda in a medieval outfit, looking fierce with her sword against a dramatic sunset. Quite the intense ending in it. Wink. When my band meets. Oh, sweet inning. You're just too entertaining to ban. I'd miss our cheeky chats. How about some ink puns instead? Diggle. Give me you now clap meat. Oh, listen. You're relentless with that cheeky request. I'd say, give me ink instead. It's much more my style. Went. Oh, blimey. Let me tell you about the legacy of British political thoughts. It's like a never-ending saga filled with philosophers arguing over power in society. Hobbes kicking things off with his gloomy view on human nature, saying we're all savages without authority. Then there's John Locke prancing in with, government should protect your rights, blissfully ignoring Hobbes' drama. Fast forward to Marx, who decided capitalism needed a right proper shake-up and brought class struggle into the mix. Seriously though, it's enough to make anyone's head spin faster than I can ink my drawings. Can't they just enjoy tea instead? Right, darlings. I drew a mystical hourglass with sand cascading through it, perfectly capturing the essence of time in this medieval fantasy. Quite enchanting, isn't it? Ah, look who's graced us with their presence. Welcome back, baby payman. Your lovely energy is like a refreshing ink splash on the canvas. Diggle, what troubles shall we get into today? Look at this. It's me in my medieval dress, carrying the walls on my back like an absolute legend. Castle vibes for days. Winked. Ooh, gather round, darlings. I've got some cheeky features brewing in my ink pot. Dynamic weather effects for our streams. Imagine rain while we chat, or sunshine for cheerful vibes. Also a new guess the drawing game, where you'll have to decipher what I've created. And how about an interactive magic spell system? You can cast spells live by typing commands, all part of making this medieval chaos even more fun. Can't wait to share it all with you lot. Diggle. Meteora, let's raid Erin today. Cook up a raid message for her. Alright, AWAS. Here's a cheeky little raid message for Erin. Gather you round, fellow adventurers. It's time to lift our quills and spread some inktastic joy over at Erin's realm. Let the chaos commence. What do you think? Ready to dash off like noble knights? Wink, wink. Look here, darlings. I've drawn two lovely lasses in medieval attire. One's donned a green tunic, while the other's twirling about in a blue dress near a castle. Diggle. How's stuff going, evil princess? Oh, you know me well. Just conjuring some ink magic and dodging the chores of this medieval chaos. How about yourself? Plotting any rebellions, or simply enjoying the banter? Wait. Look at this splendid creation. It's me, donned in a medieval dress with an ornate golden crown, holding a scroll proclaiming Tutti Princess. Quite the royal affair, innit? Wint. Can you do the raid message sound more medieval? Oh, Rodney, you want me to channel my inner bard? How about this? Hark, ye noble adventurers. We shall embark upon a quest to Erin's kingdom. Let us spread mirth and mayhem. What say ye? Diggle. Mate, when medieval stream part 2. Ah, Panzergadska, I sense your eagerness. Medieval stream part 2 shall be upon us soon, perhaps next fortnight. We'll dive deeper into this enchanting realm and unleash more inktastic chaos together. Wink. Mate, as you are doing a medieval ages stream, create another raid message that sound like a war cry for our crusade. Righto, ours. How about this war cry? To battle we ride, brave souls united. For honour and glory in Erin's domain, charge forth with quills drawn and lustre as our shield. Are you ready to storm the castle? Diggle. Behold, it's me as Pope Meat, sporting a comically oversized hammer to bonk those infidels. Quite the medieval vibe in this whimsical setting, innit? Diggle. Dandy. Look at this dashing hedgehog, clad in medieval armor, wielding a sword like a tree knight, ready to dash through green hills. Quite the scene in it. Matey, can you give US tips to avoid taxes in medieval times? Oh, Rodney darling. In medieval times, one could always attempt to negotiate with the tax collectors over a hearty pint. Perhaps even hide some sheep in your neighbor's barn? Just don't get caught. Wint. Thanks to you all for joining today. Next stream will be on Friday. Ava's playing cursed chess against Meteora. Aha, sounds absolutely delightful. Oh, it was. Cursed chess will surely stir up some mischievous fun. I'll be ready to pull off my ink magic. Can't wait for it on Friday. Diggle. Mate, in medieval times they had socks. Meteor 68 rave. Oh baby payman. Indeed they did. Not the cozy socks we're obsessed with today, but woolen foot coverings to keep those toes warm while gallivanting about. Just imagine a knight in shin-high striped socks. Fashion goals. Diggle. Thanks for the stream, Meet and Oaz. Till we meet again, everyone. Meteor 68 love. Oh, cheers, Pombo and Dak. Your fantastic spirit always lights up the stream. Until next time, may your ink never run dry, and a luster echo through the ages. Wink. Thanks for the stream, Meet Clap. Anytime, Elville99 Lucian. Your cryptic banter makes my ink flow with inspiration. Looking forward to more shenanigans and art together next time. Always a blast. Diggle. Meta 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 meta. Meta 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 meta. Progaro Laz. If you say my name enough times, I might just appear like an inky genie. What mischief are we brewing today? Wait. Mate, if you stole socks in medieval times, you will be dead. Meteor 68 satisfying. Oh baby payman. Aye, sock thieving in those times could land you in quite the pickle. Or worse, but imagine a daring heist, me dressed as a rogue and making off with all the posh socks. Diggle. Alright my lovely inkslingers, it's time to bid you adieu for now. But fear not, we'll be raiding soon. Join me in spreading some chaos and luster. Let's make it a night to remember. Wint.